Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Quad City sports fans of all ages, Town Square Media is proud to present to you the best Quad City sports talk radio show in the world. With the face who runs the place, T-Roy, the OG on the marquee, Jaybird, and the cat who runs the chat with the stats, Statman Surge. We are Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. We're not a Quad City sports talk radio show. We're not the Quad City sports talk radio show. We are your Quad City sports talk radio show. Welcome to the conversation, Quad Cities. But first, the Dawn.
Welcome back, Mr. Cotter and all you little sweat hogs. We are here in the Hassle Castle, brought to you by Done Right Satellite and Dish. We are rocking like Don Dockin because we got the band back together. Sergi is back.
Hey.
And the Bombs is in house as well.
Hey.
It is a 4-person show today. We have a lot of stuff to talk about. Jay's singing around. He loves his Welcome Back Cotter.
Such a beautiful voice, Jay.
Got it on the spot.
Could put a baby to sleep.
I feel like the parent.
Welcome back.
Yeah, there you go. I feel like the parent that has like all their kids back from for Christmas or whatever else. Reluctantly, none of the kids want to be there, but the parent who's just like soaking it all in. I'm so happy to have all you guys in studio.
Aww.
I'm just gonna.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah, it was a tough go around yesterday. I want to thank Randazzo and Rosso for phone calls. I'm sure it's not great for the.
Hey, Jay, we're going to have a phone call in today from Almond girls basketball coach Michael Springsteen.
That's good.
I call him Long Sleeve Steve.
I like that.
So he'll text me and let me know when he's ready.
Can't type with these
Can't
gloves
be
on.
1:30. Jake's going to be calling at 1:30.
Well, I just told him, yeah.
State Farm.
Before Jake, then.
Yeah.
From State Farm. He'll call before that.
Anyway.
If he's out there listening.
Gloves are off, Jay.
Yes, they are.
What's up, Bombs?
Hey.
Bombs, T-Roy, guys, what's going on?
Hey, gang.
Yeah.
Talk to those people out there. I mean, I can,
like
I
it's
can,
a
I can throw
Sorry,
up topics
Steve,
or whatever.
Steve
else.
is not Almond coach. I thought he was. Former Almond coach. Sorry,
Former
Steve.
Okay. I can throw out topics out there, and there's a lot to talk about, but it's good to see you guys. Serge,
Yeah.
good to have you back.
Good to be back, buddy.
Missed
You were an almond girl, weren't you?
I was an almond girl, yes. Praise the Lord Jesus Christ. Amen.
There was a box, and she was clicking it. She said, almond. Yep, take that.
Almond.
Almond.
That's how she registered.
Oh, man.
Almond.
I love going to Almond.
It
Honestly,
took this long to get this far. Okay. I guess I'll just, anyway.
Hey, we haven't cussed yet.
No,
we're
and that's a
doing
good
that.
thing.
That's good.
Don't do that.
Well, I'm just
Don't do that.
saying,
Well, Friday when we had Jimmy in here, we talked a little bit, and he brought up the XFL and it failing, and I did not like his stance on everything. But unfortunately, yesterday the XFL filed for bankruptcy.
Chapter 11, correct?
Yes.
Chapter 11, right?
That's right.
So what have you heard? Because I've been following Emily Van Buskirk on Twitter.
Okay.
She's under the belief that, yes, they're going to file for this bankruptcy and still try to return.
She is.
This is a temporary solution to their woes.
I'm going to text her on break and see if she'll come on the air and talk about that.
Okay.
Right.
If I'm, and I hope I'm not misleading you. I think that's what she's speculating, but I don't know. It's hard to, Twitter right now is not filled with sports stuff. It's funny. You go through there, you can scroll all day, but all it is COVID-19 crap.
Well, all right. Hold on. That's not necessarily all true.
I'm not saying it's
Depends on
full
who you
of it.
follow.
I follow a lot of sports guys, but majority of it's not coming through. I rarely get Easer A's stuff coming through, which his stuff is all either the craphead hasslers or comedy and something.
Hold on. Are
usually
you trying to say
sports-related.
that Twitter is being filtered, kind of like Facebook's being filtered? You can only see so
Everything
much.
is filtered.
Yeah.
Because you and our friend of the show, Clemson Carl, you're seeing a lot more than I'm seeing. I can't remember.
I almost see all of Carl's stuff. I rarely see any of your stuff. I rarely see any of Nick Toffanelli stuff. Sometimes I'll see Lavora's stuff, and then sometimes it won't be there forever.
I've gone live 4 times, and none of them have been. They've been deleted every time because it's anti-government pieces. They're gone.
Well, first things first, I get a notification every time you post something, so that's why I read everything you have. Unfortunately, you didn't do the same for me. So that's why you don't get it.
I don't even.
I'm just lying to you. I don't get a
Do
notification.
you? I'm like,
Just lying.
because if that was an option, I didn't know that was.
I want to make you feel bad.
I'm just lying to you. It's
I
all
didn't.
good.
All I saw was follow or unfollow. I'm like,
No, that's not true. I've seen your post.
Right, and then they, after about 2 minutes, they're gone, and I can't get them back. They're gone, every single one.
Is this a true thing, Serge?
Yeah,
Yes.
he looks so mysterious behind the glasses like this. I love this. It's a new
I
look
got
for him.
Stackhead over here. Is this a true thing
I
that
know.
the
Isn't he
she's-
cute with his glasses?
social
on?
media is being filtered? Like her, seriously,
Yes.
it's a deleted. Your
Scott's
stuff?
on her.
They don't
How do you
even
do
put
that?
stuff
Is
out,
this-
Jay. They don't
wait,
even
is this
put out
Scott's on
stuff like on a timeline anymore. Let's just say, let's say I tweet something 4 hours ago. Okay, well, that all of a sudden on my timeline, that'll be the first thing coming up. Serge could tweet something out that second, and I won't see that for whenever until it decides I want to see it or not at all.
All right. It's filtered. It's geo-specific.
Yep.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
T-Ray, you and I can have a talk about. Remember
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Remember that frisbee game we used to throw in the parking lot?
Yeah,
at
yeah,
Pints?
yeah, yeah.
Remember that?
Oh
It's
yeah,
called
yeah. I love that.
Can Jam.
Can Jam, right?
Love that game.
That'll
Okay.
pop up on here.
Now it's gonna pop up on our Facebook.
Dude, that was the thing too. Like all of a sudden, like I was looking up Cole Haan shoes one day.
This is actually legitimately happened to us.
Yeah.
We were discussing how fun of a game that frisbee toss game in the driveway of Pints was. We had some tournaments. What was it called, Bomber? It was called Can Jam.
Can Jam.
5 minutes later, got an ad for Can Jam on Facebook.
We need to turn off that app then.
What app?
Listening.
The government?
No, the Facebook app. That's what it's coming up as.
I don't know how to turn off the listening.
All we
part.
did was talk about it and it showed up.
Hey, let me ask you a question.
Hey, Jay.
They're listening. They're all listening. The big,
Let me
big
ask
eye
you
in
a
the
question.
sky.
We've got liquor licenses.
Yeah.
They go to a certain area of premise. What's stopping us from having a Can Jam tournament or a bags tournament
Nothing.
just off in the alleyway in the East Village or whatever else and still selling drinks to go?
Because they told us that we were shut down.
Because that we're all sheep and we get in line every time the government tells
No,
us
I'm
what
dead
to do.
serious. There's a certain area that covers your liquor license. They're not stopping anybody from getting open containers from getting drinks to go.
Correct.
Now, so what's the problem if I'm dead serious.
Yeah,
I'm brainstorming, and of course, it's probably an idea that someone's going to run with, and good for you
All right,
for doing
all right,
it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
So what's stopping us from saying like,
I'll be the fall guy too. I'll be the one that starts talking.
you're okay. Let's just say
Starts talking crap.
let's pick up a fictitious.
Are we having a Can Jam tournament today?
Yeah.
or bags? I'm saying like, what's stopping us from, because if you sell a drink to go or a beer, what's stopping people from having a tailgate in the parking lot?
Nothing.
The only thing that we can think of, like you said, is liquor license, liability, dram shop.
First of all,
So
your
where does this?
technically your insurance and your liquor license does not cover the parking lot.
No.
Well, certain ones do.
Okay, no, you're right, but they're
liability.
allowing you this. The government's allowing you to sell drinks to go.
Yeah.
After that, isn't it on the people?
For
Correct.
consumption off premise.
Yes. So is it now?
So
Do you
it-
get
so,
open
Jay,
container?
What I'm getting to you
No,
is
it has to be in the back seat.
if you get that drink at any bar and then you go outside and you're playing bags in their parking lot.
Yeah.
If you're consuming it.
All right, and then you as the owner are trying to organize this event.
Okay.
Well, now you're including the parking lot as part of your premise, and now you're breaking the law. It's supposed to be consumed off premise. Is how they set this
Right.
up.
Yeah.
You're putting your liquor license in jeopardy.
You cannot.
I'm not.
you
I'm
cannot
not
consume on
That's
site.
not being a sheep. You need your liquor license once we
I'm
realize.
not even
T-Ray,
talking
you're
about your
right.
business. I'm
You're
talking
right.
about like, if I'm gonna have a cookout at my house.
So
and-
Jay-
You can do that all you want.
T-Ray.
I'm not on.
No one can stop you.
I'm not on a
That's
liquor
right.
license at 11:17. But I say, hey, Hasslers, I'd like to play bags against you guys. We go in the alleyway.
We're not talking about drinking.
Yeah, we're not talking
play
about.
bags.
But if they sell drinks to go, so be it. What's stopping that?
The governor.
The governor's doesn't care.
But
What's
I'm
going
gonna
to stop that?
I'm gonna challenge her to an
I
arm
say,
wrestling
and I'm not saying we're
competition,
going
and
to,
she's
but I
gonna
say
lose.
I'm going to create in the alleyway in the East Village a bags tournament, and if by chance you want to that they sell drinks to go, you can do it. He
I'm
doesn't-
with you. Listen, you know me. I love any greasy way we can get around it, but
It's time to stand up for our rights, and that's how I feel.
Why can't you practice social distancing while playing bags? You all stand far and you go, good shot, you walk away.
Or you can just tell law enforcement that you live together. Prove it. They're staying at my house right now.
Law enforcement is?
No. I wish some of them were.
It just depends on who's coming and trying to stop you if they are.
But I don't think.
And how are they going to interpret what you're doing? All right, they're going to go to the owner of the sandwich. Did you know this was going on?
I'll tell you what, this is new, whatever's going on Facebook Live, that it comes up our transcript.
Okay.
Is that something you hit? It happened yesterday at about 1:45.
Of course, it's me.
It's not you.
What'd you do? What's the door?
Serge, do you know anything about this?
Yeah.
What happened?
Lots of stuff.
What's going on with you? Why would you? Will you take those sunglasses
No.
off and not and just? Can you just answer me?
He's
instead of
got,
being like,
he's
lots
got
of
a
stuff?
black eye. He smarted off to me last night. Yeah,
I have a black eye?
smack.
Oh, please.
She's very violent.
I can't be.
Oh, here she comes. Here she comes.
Yeah, I don't know, Jay.
Watch out, boy. She'll chew you up.
Not fair.
Yeah, Jay, I know a lot about what's going on. Don't worry about it.
Nah, I don't know about this stuff.
Oh, you're fine.
What's it doing?
Captionings are auto-generated. We never asked for any of this.
buddy, just wait. We're fine. Let's just go play some can jam in the alley.
Scaring me. You said things about the government.
See, they're watching.
All right, so this whole thing started with the XFL filing for bankruptcy. And I guess during the break, I'll text Emily during the break and see if she's got time to talk to us. Vince McMahon owned 100% of the league's Class A shares plus 76.5% of the Class B shares. WWE owned the remaining 23.5 Class B shares. Oof. The league has between 1,000 and 5,000 creditors with assets and liabilities somewhere within the $10 million to $50 million range.
Dang.
Among the biggest creditors, Dallas Renegades coach Bob Stoops is still owed more than $1 million, while Tampa Bay Vipers coach Mark Trestman is owed $777,777.
Yeah.
The St. Louis Sports Commission is owed $1.6 million, and merchandise company 47 Brand is owed $846,000.
What?
One more time.
No, I'm not going to do it
I
one
was
more
going to
time.
say you butchered the hell out of that one. I don't even know what that number was.
$846,000.
All right.
Got it.
The league still intends to refund ticket sales to fans, and the league has been put up for sale. So, coming
Let's
back
buy
next
it.
year is Bomber. It's a great idea.
Let's buy it.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going for cheap.
Everything in foreclosure is cheaper.
Wouldn't USFL get sold for $1?
I don't know.
I think that's what
$1.
happened.
$2.
I don't think this has anything to do with the actual league. I think it has everything to do with coronavirus. I think it was a good league.
Well, yeah, you shut it down and then they weren't able to pay people.
I did learn some things out of it, and I feel like I will carry this on to the fall. But I'm going to have to take a hour and a half out of my Monday mornings to look at how YouTube does a thing where they take the NFL games and they can sum them up in about 8 minutes. I was 15-5. I watched a lot of these games.
That's fine, but before we went on, this hiatus of sports, what do we know about our AFL too?
What do you mean?
Our Arena Football League.
IFL.
IFL, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What's going to happen with that league?
It completely folded for the year.
For the year?
Yes.
Just for the year?
Announced yesterday.
You
You can go to ESPN1170am.com and read my blog about it.
Oh,
Okay.
reading is essential.
Not you. I'm just saying,
all right.
and people in general, if they want to.
So what do we know about Mr. Bland and our team? What do
Done
we,
for the year.
That's it, though?
Yeah, we'll reach out to him.
I know he was concerned about everything, how much it would mean shutting down.
I told you this before. Tomorrow, we're going to have the general manager of the River Bandits on, Joe. He'll call in. I don't think our River Bandits are going to survive this. That's my honest to goodness.
I don't think the Quad Cities is going to survive this. More importantly,
What do you mean?
small businesses are shutting down already.
Well, we lost Bass Street Landing.
Igor's is almost
Lost
there.
Mexico across the street. Here.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, they shut down on Friday.
Wow.
Well, Bomber, you bring that up. Mm-hmm. If anything, if we need to look at anything at all, we need to look at, if we're looking at small businesses and if they're going to do it, you need to look at Disney. Disney's losing $30 million a day.
They deserve it, though, so I don't feel bad. for
Wow.
them.
All right.
I don't think
When
anybody
their
deserves
top
that.
CEOs are flying to Epstein's Island every other week, I'm good with that. Bye.
I don't even know any of that, if that's true or
Deuces.
not.
Look it up. You can look it up.
Well, I don't know, but what I'm saying,
I don't think Igor did it. Bob Iger, sorry, Iger did that. He was the
Okay.
former CEO.
Was it Bob Iger?
Was it Bob Iger?
Look it up.
Iger's a good dude.
Oh, you think so?
Well, I don't. I shouldn't say that.
I mean,
don't
you have to
know
look
him.
back on throughout
never
history.
fist bumped him.
All these Disney movies have sexual innuendos hidden in them.
Yeah, but that was
For
that
God's
was all the way
sakes,
back
Bomber.
to
I
1994.
get back in on 100
Bomber.
things. So you're going to tell me the sexual innuendos from it's a bad thing that
Okay, how about
Cinderella
Disney-
got a kiss?
No. Okay, all these
it's
kids
not
that
that
are in the Disney fan club that get big later in life, they like 9 out of 20 have said they were sexually molested and sexually abused working for Disney as kids.
Well, all right.
Okay. But was that by the CEO or is
Yeah.
that by some weirdo that
Well,
was
you
part
can't
of
tell
the
me
show?
that the CEO didn't get wind of it.
I don't know what to tell you. I've never been a CEO of
Dude, all
Disney.
these elites need to just catch on fire and go bye. Start over. Clean the slate and start over. We need to start over.
That's not
what
the
are you
point
gonna
that
have
I'm
for
getting
kids
at.
to
What my
watch,
point
then,
is
Leah?
that we. If
Have
you're-
you seen some of the other cartoons on these other crappy channels? They're terrible.
Because the world can't run without cartoons.
I'm just saying, they can't run in my house without the cartoons.
my point is,
You have whatever world you want. I'm moving away from you.
if Disney is struggling,
If you're taken away by Disney Plus, you and I are fighting right now.
We can fight. Let's go.
Disney's
Let's
struggling.
eat it out.
Yes, the
Let's
local
have an eating
places are
contest.
struggling.
You already
What?
lost.
I don't know.
Let's
Jay.
get it out.
What?
Bad choice of words, you guys.
You see that game last night?
I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. I'm down.
Is it the? Was it the game that was on ABC, the duet Bachelor thing?
Duet.
Because it was terrible.
No.
It was on the background.
In my
No, what
mind,
game?
Leah's blowing me.
Whoa!
Kisses.
Oh, Jesus.
Great movie.
That's my favorite thing to
That scared
do.
me for a second there.
My point is that if Disney is losing $30 million a day, I mean, yeah, these small places are. I don't know what's going to come back. I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, I don't have the answers. If we talk to Ross,
Well,
we
here's
talk to
the deal.
Randazzo,
I'm
no
not
one knows
sad
what's
to
I
going
mean, if
see
you think
it.
about it right now, like these movies that have come out, like Trolls came out. I don't even know if that's Disney. Is that Disney?
No,
I think that's the other one. That's
They're all the same to me.
I don't know. Imagine X. I have no idea.
But I'm not sad to see these major corporations go. When all my friends' businesses are tanking right now, for me to hear Disney is having trouble, I don't care.
well.
I'm just saying $30 million
follow
a
your
day
train-
is a big deal.
I follow your train of thought, and I get it. But here's the deal. Even I don't want to see any business go under because at the end of the day, Disney still employs blank amount of people.
Right, but Disney gets
or
bailouts.
whatever.
We don't.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think any of us got
Who
bailouts.
cares? Who cares how many people Disney employs?
They need
I-
jobs too, sir.
How many people do you employ?
Okay, but I care about your business.
Yeah.
I care
Well, I'm
about
just
my
saying I care
business.
about everybody. Business.
Care about our
Everybody. At the end of the
businesses.
day,
I care
sir,
about us here.
whoever it is that works for Disney or a large corporation here in this town, guess where they go to drink? Your bar, my bar, any other bar.
Right.
So I care about everybody that has a job, dude. That's what I'm saying.
Right. But
That's
I
what
care
I'm
about-
getting
I
at.
care about
Everybody
ours
needs a
first.
job.
No.
care.
You're all
I
missing
care-
my point.
Okay.
The point is that
Sorry,
when
Jay.
someone may sit there and be like, "Oh, well, they weren't set up to survive this anyway." I'm trying to show you on a global scale at $30 million a day what this company is hurting. That's if you take it down to a smaller thing. It's not about being set up or being like, oh, you had a fund or you're reaching out for a grant or whatnot. It's affecting in a huge way. It's suffocating. $30 million a day, I don't care who you are, is a lot.
Yeah, it's tanking the economy.
I don't care how
Business
big
by
you are. I don't
business.
care if you own ESPN. I don't care if you own ABC or anything else. It is a big deal. The CEO had to come back. He retired. He came back to help this thing. What I'm trying to say is look at from a global to a local thing. Because there's plenty of people that are going to be out there and say, oh, well, you weren't prepared for something like this. You had a bad business plan. And guess what? That makes you a butthole.
Yes.
I'm trying to say that the thing is that it's if you want to look at it in a big perspective,
Yes.
that $30 million can also be put
You're
down
right.
to $3,000 a day
You're
to
right.
replace, or
Yeah,
even $300 a day.
Yeah.
Even worse than that are people on there shaming other people for needing the stimulus check. Like, well, you should have saved for a rainy day.
Right.
Nothing makes me more irate.
Thank
people
you.
live paycheck to paycheck. Every American.
Well, a lot of these businesses did save for a rainy day. No one expects
Right.
this kind of
More
rainy
so
day.
than the average
Wimbledon
American. More so than the average American did. We
Wimbledon
didn't have
got
the ability to do
paid.
so.
But, all right, every one of our businesses has insurance for
they got paid.
this, that, or the other. Earthquake, tornado, fire. Right?
Right.
Nobody can get almost no business that we are in can have a virus coverage. They don't offer it. Okay. So yes, we do save for a rainy day.
We do have active God,
We
though.
we do in that, but it didn't count.
Right.
But
Not
they're
on these.
How did that not count when
It-
they're
the virus
Holy
is
crap,
it's
did we
down
all
there.
disagree on something?
We did.
The virus
All
is
four
not.
of us just agreed on
I
this.
think so.
Jay disagreed with his mind right now.
Man,
We all
Virus is
disagree.
not included in the act of God. Then this
No.
is the other
It
thing.
is for schooling.
T-Ray, you're so
For
right.
what?
All the schools are declaring this an act of God.
For some
Hold on a
policies,
second.
Leah.
go, sir.
How dare anybody judge anybody else on what you saved for, what you didn't save for,
Right.
what you spend this money on, what you don't spend this money on?
Right.
Who gives a crap?
But it makes me mad when people sit on their high horse and like, well, you should have saved because
Yeah, yeah,
I did.
yeah.
Okay, well, maybe you made more than,
Right.
than person
A
A or
school
person
can't
B.
say this is an act of God.
They did.
What school?
It's an act of God. The reason
A
why
private
school has
school?
let
It's
not a
separation of
private
church
school.
and state. Like this is
Exactly.
Brown Board of
Hey,
Education.
And
is
that's,
Hey,
everything.
T-Ray.
that's
Like,
causing conflict.
How dare you, as a business owner, did not save up right before, what day was it that we closed down on?
Let's see,
March
bad jokes there.
17th.
The best, biggest day of your business's year.
Yeah.
St. Patty's Day.
Right.
Had to spend a little extra.
How dare you didn't plan to close that day?
Had to spend a little extra that week. I don't
Did
know.
ya?
It's kind of hard not to.
Maybe a little bit. But you
Oh,
want
we're just
to
gonna be. We're not gonna be open that
Hey.
day. I'm not gonna buy any beer for that day.
Yeah. I don't need any extra Jameson today.
They would give me a 4-week note or at least a 4-day notice before any of that would happen, wouldn't they? No, just 2-hour notice.
Corned beef and potatoes are really good.
Can I
You're welcome.
create a bags tournament in a place that my name's not on a liquor license?
Yep.
Let's do it. Find
And
out.
if the place near them wants to sell to go, and no one's going to get in trouble for it.
Let's find out.
All right. Jay,
You can
devil's advocate.
if anything, you can definitely social distance.
Yeah.
We can all get the right parking lot area.
I think they're gonna limit you on the 10-person thing.
Okay. Fine.
Just saying. I think that's what they're gonna
alright,
do.
alright,
That's gonna be
alright.
one of the loopholes or whatever you want to call
so
it.
be it. I think they're more going to be concerned about the consumption. We can't have drinks out there. We can't have alcoholic beverages.
Well, you can sit outside. I don't know, Jay. It's gonna be
You
tough.
can't.
It's greasy, man.
You cannot
It's
have.
It's not a
Slippery.
Rona cough, sorry. I just wrong pipe.
She just coughed in my seltzer, Jay.
Wrong pipe. I say we all just carry copies of the Constitution with us and hand them out if law enforcement shows up. We can do whatever we want. A suggestion is not a law. There is no law in place saying that we have to abide by any of these recommendations. So I don't understand why people are scared.
So you say though, in the end, we can't do this.
I say you can. I say
Sure we
you can
can,
do
yeah.
whatever you want.
Sure, we can.
I'm saying we can do it, and we'll completely 100% get away with it.
Let's do it.
I'm telling you right now, I know for a fact we will.
Let's do it.
There are places selling drinks to go,
I get
and
it.
people are standing in the parking lot just tailgating.
I have friends that are police
Like,
officers, and they're saying they're not even responding to these calls when people are tattling on their
Oh,
phone.
I asked that yesterday. I'm glad you said that. I said if anyone wants to call in, because I did talk about
Yeah,
that.
I have a
because I talked about
couple of
Dak
friends, yeah.
Prescott's party. There's no confirmation that he had 30 people at his house. Someone
I didn't
called.
even hear about this,
Okay,
so it's all
Dak
news to me.
Prescott had a party over the weekend. It might have been for Ezekiel Elliott's birthday, might not have been, or whatever else. The reports are that cops had to go to his house because it was reported that he had 30 people or more at his house. All right,
Okay.
that's one party, party A. Cops did not confirm that number or whatever else. They just said, "Hey, you've got some people in here. You might be in violation. Everything's cool." And supposedly he had another party afterwards, and that was 10 people for Ezekiel Elliott's birthday. There's no way they could social distance by six feet, but he had 10 people, which is under the state's guidelines of 10 or less.
Guidelines.
But there's
Keyword.
no confirmation. Someone called and said Dak Prescott is having a party of 30 or more people. There's no confirmation. That's my question that I asked yesterday. How many calls are being wasted?
So many. Cops, two of my police officer friends have said we won't even respond to these because it's unconstitutional. You can't. You can go and
A
you
cop said it's unconstitutional.
can. My friend did. Yes, it's
Or
unconstitutional.
did he say like it's a waste of our time?
It's both, but he said that we're not allowed. I mean, we can go in and we can recommend something, but this is not a law. Just because the governor says shelter in place, or the governor says less than 10 people, or 6 feet distancing, they cannot make. It's not a law. You don't.
All right.
You're not going to get arrested for not complying with
All right.
that.
Here's what we need to do. On the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment thread, our boy Brebs, Andy Brebner, said that it would have to be at a house or a garage or a shop because off the street, the cops are going to show up and shut it down if it is in an alleyway. Okay? He's right. What do you mean? What
telling
do
you
you,
no.
what do you mean no?
I think you can still do it.
if we have it in an alleyway, they're going to come shut it down.
We can be like, Wayne.
We're in a public space versus if we were in, say, your garage, your driveway, Jay. If we're in your driveway and we're going on CDC guidelines with 10 people or less, practicing social distancing, if we do it correctly, they can pull up and we can say, like Bomber said, either, this is my relative, we're 6 feet apart, blah blah blah. But if we're in a public street alley near a bar, they're gonna ding us for that. I agree with them. I think we're much safer.
If we're in a parking lot,
yeah,
they're gonna ding who?
It's public. It's a public lot.
They don't Serge. They don't stop right now. That's the thing. People are serving drinks,
but we're asking
to go,
for it.
and then
we're
they turn.
Asking for it.
No. I just said you are asking. I'm not on the liquor license. I just said, hey, if some people want to get together by chance and just play bags, you are not. I took myself out of your liquor license.
Do you want to play bags and not have a cocktail? I want to have a cocktail.
Sure, but yeah, I'd like to have a cocktail.
Right, I do too.
Yeah.
So if we do it in your driveway, I can have a cocktail. If we do it in a parking lot, we can't. That's the difference.
That's not true.
Yes, it is true.
It's going on right now, Serge.
I know, but they can. But
they can, but they're not going to. That's the thing. They're not going to.
Okay, so now we're asking for it. Now we're giving them a reason.
Oh, that's not my point. My point is that people are sitting there saying like, "Hey, we're going to serve drinks to go," and people are still tailgating in parking lots of bars. They're asking the same thing. They're basically doing it. It's an underlying thing.
Okay, let's do it in a church parking lot. Problem solved. No
That's my
jurisdiction.
point. My point is that there's ways to get around it without like saying like, "Hey," and if by chance you want to just hang out and buy another drink,
I got a
really
great idea. We don't advertise this tournament on the radio.
No, we're not going to advertise it on the radio. We're going to invite a few people, and that's it. And
but let's make T-shirts.
I've had
because
4
someone's
people
gonna
text me and say that I'm their partner.
Yeah, they're going to sit because someone's going to tattle anyway. But the point is this: that if you're
T-Ray, who's your bags partner?
Take Jay.
That weather goes to 70 degrees. 70 degrees. And you say drinks to go. People are going to tailgate in your parking lot, and guess what? You're going to give them drink number 2, drink number 3, drink number 4.
They're going to change the laws the next day too and say, well, now these drinks to go have to have a hole in the side of the glass. Today.
Well, I'm saying Jay.
It's already happening,
What
guys.
Serge, what Jay's saying is right.
Oh, I know.
People are sitting in parking lots, getting the drinks to go and drinking and tailgating.
Yeah.
What's going to happen is the cops are going to catch wind of it, and then it's going to go to higher authorities.
Right.
And they're going to say, you know what? Never mind, guys. No to-go drinks anymore.
Right.
So whoever's doing it, they're going to change whatever. All they did is they made an exception to the law so that people could sell drinks to go.
They made an exception on the exception
on
the
the liquor licenses. They made exceptions.
Scott's calling you.
That's all right. He doesn't know I'm on there.
I'm just saying, the loopholes are happening. People are finding them, and why can't we just have fun in the same time?
Jason, there's no laws here either.
You're telling me that I understand. You guys are telling me the absolute truth. What I know is the absolute truth. You can't do it. They're going to shut it down. But it's like I feel like the Onceler and the Lorax. Like, well, if I didn't do it, then someone else would, and someone else is getting away with it. So why can't I just not on air with finger quotes create a bags tournament where we just go good shot, walk away, next person, and if so happens that the place happens to have a door open and you can meet them at the thing with meet them there and sell them and give them a drink, then so be it.
All right, I have your answer, Jay.
Okay.
The reason why we're not going to do that is because we want to continue to be able to do these things. So if we just comply a little bit, not being sheep, but if we comply a little bit, if we go into your driveway or your garage and we just
complying a little bit as sheep.
Okay. Complying
First of all, I'm not playing bags until it's above
hear me out.
60 degrees.
Okay. Why push the envelope? If we are able to have our fun.
Why push the envelope? Because we have constitutional rights.
All right. Okay. If we are able to have fun.
Okay.
We're allowed to have fun, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Why not just have our fun and don't worry about them?
Exactly.
But then why do I need to? Okay. I can have just as much fun in Jay's garage as I can in my alley. So if I have it in Jay's garage, I don't give them a reason to come looking for me to change the laws, to do this, to give me a ticket, to charge me money, to do anything else.
He's on a call. All right, we're going to get a call here.
Yeah, call back. I apologize.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Right.
But then again, we also have that problem where people are like, there's too many people at someone's house. Yeah, I get it. Tell him to call
Okay.
back. I apologize.
Yeah, he's calling back.
And I do know what you're saying.
I'm gonna quote unquote comply by doing exactly what I was doing. I don't need to defy the law.
I see both sides,
I don't-
but
I
I'm
don't-
not
I don't
going to
care.
comply at all. I'm going to do whatever I want.
How's this? I see through the BS,
So
the BS
Bomber,
that people
so
are
you
doing.
were already complying,
Right.
but now somebody tells you that you're not complying.
All right, we got a phone call.
All right.
There we go.
Springsteen, this you?
Yeah.
What's up, buddy?
You're on the air.
You're on the air. Don't hassle everybody. This is Mike Springsteen, otherwise known as his famous nickname, Long Sleeve Steve. What's up, brother? How you been?
Long sleeve Steve. You know, I got that nickname.
You got it from me because you wore long sleeves in the middle of the summertime, playing bags of
Bags
pints.
tournament. It's on topic, right? We're talking bags.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
ready.
we were talking about trying to do a
Tournament.
bags tournament. Well, you would love to play in one of those, wouldn't you?
Of course.
So, hey, what prompted me to get you to call in? So, kind of give everybody your background. I think you went to high school with Leah, correct?
I was a few years behind Leah. She graduated with my sister from Allman.
Katie, right?
80. Yep.
Okay, let's not talk about how I was in high school. Okay, we're going to leave that.
Oh, I want to hear all about it. No. So,
Every
hey,
day, Leah got called down to the principal's office. I think every day.
Every day.
God, that doesn't-
Untucked shirt.
And no
which
socks.
At Allman is a big no-no, right?
And no socks. Every day.
Yeah.
I had the
Every
most
day.
detentions of anybody to ever go through Allman High School on record, ever.
That's good.
Why?
Because I didn't comply.
Shocking. All right, brother.
The rules
So
did not apply.
I messed
They did
up
not
earlier.
apply.
Now you were the girls' basketball coach. Is that
No,
correct?
not girls. No, I was on the boys' staff at Allman last year.
Okay.
I'm no longer there, but I've been involved with some of the AAU programs around. In fact, just started our own. Me and a friend of mine called QCHS Prep. Look for us on Twitter.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, with the COVID-19, we haven't gotten off the ground yet. But we're hoping July maybe things get back to normal and we can play some basketball.
Well, the other reason I wanted you to call in is because obviously there's no sports to talk about at all, and
Yeah.
it sucks. And we can talk about made-up games of bags all we want, and if we're going
Right.
to try
Don't
to
get me started again
circumvent laws or
Don't
whatever
get
we're
me
going to
started
do,
about
but
this.
I noticed that you did something called not Corona, but carnivorous diet.
The carnivore diet, yes.
There you go. So talk to me about this, brother.
I've been so as you know, Troy, I'm built kind of like you,
Yeah.
big guy, and I've had some health issues. Anyway, I've heard about this carnivore diet for several months, and actually listening to Joe Rogan talk about it prompted me to give it a shot. So the last 30 days, I'm coming right off of basketball season, so had some beer weight on me. I figure let's try this now, and yeah, it's been everything I read about it and more. So I don't know if you want me to just dive right in.
Yeah,
or-
dive right in. Tell us. I mean,
Just
so
all
what,
meat,
what
right?
is it? What does it consist of? What
Yeah.
did you do? Like, what was your starting weight and everything?
So I'm about 6 foot tall. My starting weight was just a hair under 240 pounds. And there's kind of different levels of the carnivore diet, but the most extreme, which is what I decided to do, right, just rip the Band-Aid off and go as hard as I can. So it's just meat and salt and
Oh,
any
my favorite.
just yeah. I finally found a diet that sounded good to me. So,
Slim Jims, do those count? Say yes.
Technically, no, because
Dang
there's
it.
additives in there. But you know, there's relaxed carnivore that you could do and still eat your Slim Jims. So.
All right.
So it's just meat, salt, and like any sort of
And
vegetable.
water to drink. No vegetables, no greens,
No carbs.
no fruits, no carbs.
Yep.
Right, and I'm sure you've heard of the keto diet or ketogenic diet. It's
Well,
a
I'm
version
on-
of that.
I'm on the Tito
It's far
diet.
more.
I'm on the
Yeah. What
Tostito
about
diet.
what about booze? How did you handle booze? Because are you not much of a drinker?
Well, I do like to partake in the occasional beverage, but no booze for the last 30 days.
Okay, I'm out.
You are a much better person than me during all this.
Yeah.
That is amazing. I think every story that you can have about the amount of weight that you've lost in this is great, but not nearly as
Yeah.
So you went from
Extraordinary as-
240 to what, Mike?
I was actually I rounded up there, Troy. I was 238, and I weighed in this morning at 217, so 21 pounds.
That's
March
pretty
14th.
good.
Yeah.
March 14th was my first day, so cutting out the booze, of course, is a big part of it. But I've gone on other diets before where I don't drink, and I haven't had these kind of results, to be honest with you. It's not just the weight. I've never been a morning person. Can't roll out of bed. Now I'm waking up at 6:30 in the morning, feeling refreshed. I've battled a lot of anxiety issues, depression. A lot of that's gone away. It's been quite the experience. I have.
What about milk, like that, Mike? Can you do like milk products, cheese, or is that out of there too?
No, you can do any animal product. So you can do milk and cheese. I personally have not, because I do think I have a dairy allergy. So I've avoided that. However, so now I've completed 30 days, which I used as an elimination diet. Now I'm going to start reintroducing some things, including booze.
Good. Start with the good
Attaboy.
stuff. Booze.
Prove it.
That's probably what I'll start with, to be honest with you. No, but I even gave up coffee for 30 days, so just drank water. So this morning I had some coffee, and I'm going to just slowly start reintroducing a few things without doing carbs still, and see how I do. And then
How did now leading up to this? Did you have any like high blood pressure or anything weird like that going on at all that you know of?
I did. I had. Now I do have a bit of what's called white coat syndrome. I get nervous when I go into the doctor and take blood pressure, so I actually bought my own machine so that I could take it. I could have a standard at home, and I had elevated blood pressure. It was about 144/90 the day that I started the diet, and yesterday I took it. It was 117/73. So.
So, yeah, you got what I have. I'm elevated, slightly elevated, but I take a pill, which I hate taking pills.
Yeah, so no medication. I've dropped the blood pressure. It's both taken on the same machine at the same time of day.
Right.
Keep everything as close to a baseline as I can. So.
No, what about working out in that time frame too? Did you do any more or less working out than before, or what did you follow on that routine?
So. Obviously with COVID, I do have a gym membership, but it's been closed, for pretty much the duration because of this. So, I would say I have worked out slightly more at home, but that's primarily due to the increase in energy I've had. But I'm still pretty sedentary, to be honest with you. Most of this is dietary, I would say, weight loss.
Love it.
Well, yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate you calling in and sharing your story. I just saw it on Twitter, and I'm like, you know what? We need stuff to talk about on here because otherwise we sit and argue.
No,
I'm just kidding. I'm teasing.
But it's great to hear, and this everyone is trying to find different ways to combat what's going on, and to keep themselves active and or healthy. And so any type of input is great. So congratulations to you on the 21 pounds. Congratulations on even fighting the urge to have a drink during this, because that's honestly, I would say that's how 95% of the people are coping.
Thanks for telling everybody I had a detention every day in high school. I appreciate that.
Like we didn't know.
Yeah, I speak the truth. I apologize.
No, it's all
Lee,
right.
I've been texting him off here all the time about you.
It's not like they don't already figure as much.
I just want to say I side with most everything you said today, though, Leah, on the
Thank you.
in regards to the social distancing stuff. So I'll
Sir Jason,
I side with it.
Can you hold on for
I
a
side
second?
with
Can
it
you
too,
hold on?
Mike.
Can you hold on for a second though?
Yeah.
Honestly, in the end, overall, I feel like, honestly, in my heart, majority of people do agree with Leah, but they don't want to voice it.
Right.
I would agree
That's
with
where
that.
I think people are at right now. I think they're just kind of like, maybe this is overblown, the news is that, but no one wants to say it except for the few that want to scream from the mountaintop with capital letters on Facebook and say, like, you guys are all wrong, you guys don't get it. Like, I actually do, Leah, think people.
Well, I
side
agree,
on
I agree with
your side.
Leah.
Yeah.
I just don't want to. I agree with Leah, but the thing is, I don't want to lose a liquor license agreeing with Leah.
It's like in high school. It's like, okay, so I got a detention for never tucking in my shirt and not complying with the dress code, right?
don't make it like
everybody. No, but listen, everybody else wanted to do that, but they didn't want to get in trouble for it.
No.
Oh, we lost you, Mike.
Yeah. No,
It's a joke. It was a
Don't
joke.
make that into
It
I'll
was a
text you.
joke.
Anyway, no, that was great. That was a great phone call, and I'm glad you had him call in.
What happened?
But
I don't know. Our
had enough
system
of
was,
us. So you just sometimes you just gotta know when the segment's over, and he knew. What we do need to do, we've gone 40 minutes, which is a rarity without a break. And we're gonna do 2 commercials in one. It's only gonna take us 3.5 minutes, guys. So I want you to hold on to get through these commercials. We're not adding anything into it, but this is again. I don't know how to say this to you guys out there. There's nothing out there as far as radio, Facebook, whatever else, a show that can go 40 minutes like this strong. Good job to you guys, and that's a testament to all you guys. Like, so for the fact that we're now just taking our first commercial break is insane, and it's got nothing to do with we don't have sponsors, because we do. It's a matter of why stop
Why stop the train when the
why stop
party's
the
just
content?
starting?
Why stop the content just to be like, and we'll be back in just a minute to talk about Christian McCaffrey's new contract. Yeah.
I mean, do you want me to tell you about Locals Love Us?
Well, I was going to read an ad.
Oh, you're gonna read that?
Yeah.
Okay,
And
cool.
then
And then you do that when we come back.
we come back. Yeah.
Sounds great.
Look, it's like we're all just
Getting the band back together.
Yeah,
I love talking with you on the air. This is so good. They see right
This is
through us.
freaking me out.
All right, pizza lovers, fans, Pizza More is open at the corners of Forest and
How
Middle
did this
Grove Road,
happen?
out by the Plex. And during this coronavirus time, brought to you by our friends from China, they are open from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day with delivery all day long. The specials are running to fight coronavirus. $5 cheeseburger basket, $7 double cheeseburger basket, $5 personal pizzas up to 2 toppings, $7 personal specialty pizzas, $9 for any medium, and $12 for any large. And all you got to do is call 563-232-1396. Vance Pizza More will have that hot and ready for you to pick up, or delivery to all of Bettendorf and LeClaire. Once again, the number 563-232-1396. That's Vance Pizza More, 5023 Competition Drive in Bettendorf.
This is Lobo from Lobo Salsa. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
These are uncertain times, but we at First Midwest Bank remain strong, remain committed to our clients, to our communities. And we want those who are uncertain in these uncertain times to know that even though we currently all need to stay apart, we are all in this together. First Midwest Bank. To learn more about how we're helping our clients adjust through this difficult period, visit firstmidwest.com. Member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Mark Brenny from Brenny's Motorcycle Clinic with a few words about our current situation. Here at Brenny's, we are committed to being safe and responsible for the next foreseeable future. I intend on keeping my bike shop open to service our loyal customers. Keep in mind, motorcycle riding is social isolation. So, we have implemented curbside service for all parts, service, and sales. We will limit access to our buildings to those who need the help. Our employees are inside working on bike repairs, arranging financing for new and used units. We will pick up and or deliver units as necessary. Your best bet is to call on the phone or email our sales department with your requests or concerns. All our inventory is in our website, brennys.com. There's no joke or punchline in this commercial because I don't want to make anybody sick. However, when this thing gets back to normal, and they will, prepare yourself for some truly cutting-edge, tasteless humor from me. Sincerely, Mark Brenny, Brenny's Motorcycle Clinic, across from Alcoa, almost.
With the loss of a loved one, planning a fitting service can be a real challenge. At Whelan Presley Funeral Homes and Crematory, with our personalized service and attention to detail, you can be confident the service will be everything you wished for. We've been serving families in our area for generations. We would be privileged to serve yours too. Whelan Presley Funeral Homes and Crematory, Rock Island, Milan, Reynolds, and the Knox Chapel.
It doesn't matter what side of the river you're on. Your local Quad City sports show is right here. Don't hassle us, we're local. 12 to 2 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
This is Merrick Brave from SCW Pro, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local,
ESPN 1170 AM.
Sheedy Family Chiropractic is your choice for chiropractic care in the Quad Cities. Chronic problems, joint pain, or recent injury, don't let pain slow you down. Sheedy Family Chiropractic in Davenport can help decrease your pain and improve range of motion, keeping your busy life moving. Same-day appointments available most days for new patients and $20 sports physicals. Call today or visit SheedyChiro.com. That's SHEEDY Chiro.com. Sheedy Family Chiropractic, getting you back to work, play, and life.
Hey, this is Eric at Winger Truck Line, where we have been in continuous operation without a layoff for 74 years, and we are hiring drivers. During this unprecedented time in our nation's history, Winger Truck Line is staying strong and hiring for regional home weekends. We are busy serving our families, our customers, and our nation. How about you? Call me today, 800-593-6433, or see us online at drivewtl.com. Let's go!
A social distancing tip.
Keeping your distance from others is important in slowing the spread of coronavirus. So here are some fun things to do alone. Read a book, take a walk, unpack your suitcase from that trip you took last September, paint a self-portrait, catch up on a TV series, do a puzzle. Remember, we should all stay home to lower the risk for everyone. For more info, visit coronavirus.gov.
Let's all do our part, because we're all #AloneTogether. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Golick and Wingo.
I'm done with all you coaches talking about how you don't like the transfer portal. You can all stick it as far as I'm concerned. I mean, that's getting ridiculous about how you can do what you want, and that's cool. Again, I'm fine with that, but I absolutely think that a player should have one freebie move, and I'm done with you coaches and talking about that. You know, and players being able to have a little bit of movement on their side.
Coaches need to be a lot smarter on how they
a lot quieter.
Well,
you know?
Golick and Wingo, mornings on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
These are uncertain times, but we at First Midwest Bank remain strong, remain committed to our clients, to our communities. And we want those who are uncertain in these uncertain times to know that even though we currently all need to stay apart, we are all in this together. First Midwest Bank. To learn more about how we're helping our clients adjust through this difficult period, visit firstmidwest.com. Member FDIC.
Not the same old song and dance. New and different every day. Don't hassle us. We're local. Noon till 2 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
Hey, Quad Cities, stop going to your favorite social media sites asking for suggestions of where to get your oil change, who does the best tattoo work, or who has the best place for lunch to go in the Quad Cities. Pick up your Locals Love Us guide. They have an easy-to-navigate table of contents to help you find whatever you're looking for. #AloneTogether. Who has the best wings in town, who has the best burgers to go, who has the best pizza to go, all those things. Go to their website, localsloveus.com. Click on Quad Cities, browse the favorites. It's so easy to use. They even rank the most popular places for you. That's Locals Love Us, your guide to the best.
Now you get to go, T, right? You get to go, hey, everybody, welcome back.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, welcome back.
Hey, ESPN 1170 AM.
Dude, by the way, this
BT
just
Dub.
This just out, all right?
Yeah.
Pick your Hawkeye football quarantine house, all right? And
these are dumb.
Kittle just challenged Angerer to a house-by-house case race. So in Kittle's house, let me find it real quick.
Yeah, you have this stuff up?
Yep. All right, Kittle's in the same house with Angerer. Here's their house. They're at house 3. Ricky Stanzi.
Can we stop for a second? Who created this? And then now Kittle just said, like, it's house by house.
It's on, it came from Locked On Quad Cities, or Locked On Hawkeyes, I'm sorry.
Okay. So it's who's
Locked
house
On Iowa.
If you had to be quarantined with that house.
If you had to be quarantined with a house, here's house 3.
These are stupid.
It's got Stanzi, Marshall Yonda, Sean Considine, George Kittle, Nick Easley, Matt Roth, Pat Angerer, and Marshall.
Oh my God, I would
Kuhn.
love to be in that one.
You would? Okay.
What's the other houses? So Kittle said, "Hey, at Pat Anger,
let's do our house. Drink a case against the other houses.
A case of beer. So there's 5 of
the
them.
case race. Yeah.
So they get each
Well,
less than 5 beers.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people. So
they each get 3 beers.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
All right. House 1: Nate Stanley, Robert Gallery, Micah Hyde, Dallas Clark, Matt Vandenberg, Carl Klug, Josie Jewell, and Cavante Martin Manley. House 2: Bethard, Werfs, Bob Sanders, Noah Fant, Kevin Casper, Drew Ott, Anthony Hitchens,
All right.
Let him finish.
What? You leave the GD room if you don't like it.
No,
I don't care what the hell.
No, I love you. Just
All right, well
keep going.
then be quiet. Let me read what I'm reading.
I like that.
Shut your mouth. All right, Drew Tate, Austin Blythe, Desmond King, TJ Hawkinson, Marvin McNutt, Adrian Claiborne, Christian Kirksey, Keith Duncan, and then the final squad: Brad Banks, Vandervelde, Amani Hooker, Tony Moyaki, Smith Marset, Espinosa, Greenway, and all of the Washed Up Walking crew.
T-Ray, tell me which hypothetical room would you want to sit in right now?
One without you right now. How about that? Jackass.
Kittle, Anger, Stanzi. Actually, that's a loaded house.
Oh goodness.
Anyway, but yeah, there's.
Well, the only thing I'm worried about is the one person in Kittle's house is the one I'm worried about.
What's that?
You know which one.
But the thing is, like, why do? I mean, it's 3
Give me a
beers
beer.
apiece, right?
Well, if it's 3 apiece, but I'm thinking Kittle's suggesting on here that
Apparently, our accountant doesn't know that we're on the air from 12 to 2.
So here's the deal. I think what Kittle's saying is not just one case.
Oh, it's a case apiece?
It's a case race.
Oh,
As
who
in
can
how many total cases? I think that's what he suggests.
That's actually better than the whole thing, like, who do you want to be quarantined with? I'd rather, like, argue over,
Thank
like, who
you.
did it.
Nobody.
Who
So to get back in T-Ray's good graces,
You're in my good
apparently.
graces. I love you.
Okay, maybe T-Ray. Let's.
I was trying to get to my point of watching them all drink beer.
I know buddy. That's what I'm saying. Let's actually set this up.
That's what they're doing.
Do they have clothes
Who
on?
are they're really doing this?
No, they're not.
All right,
No,
right
they
here,
do.
Kittle. We should organize this. Pat, absolutely locked on. Yeah, 100% for this. We should put it all together.
All right, 4 out of 90.
They're adding them together, man. This is adding up quick.
All right.
They put it on 22 minutes ago.
Me, you.
That's pretty good,
Me,
22
you,
minutes.
Jaybird, Bomber, Money.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, money! I miss money.
He misses
Yeah, my
you.
mic was off. Thanks.
Well,
See what they do to me, you guys? You see?
you weren't here when we came back
Your
from
shirt
break.
was
Did you not
untucked.
see me go like this and point at my mic?
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
Dad,
Because you don't
Your shirt was
comply.
untucked.
Bomber.
You don't comply and listen to certain
you know
things
what?
they say.
You want to give me detention?
Still not wearing
Hey,
socks.
why
Jay.
is your fly down?
I don't have flies.
All right.
Too fly
So
for flies.
on E ESPN
I wear
1170
stretchy
AM.
pants. It's
Now,
quarantine,
yesterday, we're going to try to make a little bit of sports out of this. Porquito. A little bit.
Ooh,
No
that's
way.
like,
I'm
oh.
not talking about sports.
Porque.
Yesterday, The Athletic released college football fans survey, and on Friday, Seton Hall University did a poll about what you would do as a sports fan. Would you attend a game if there was no vaccine for the COVID-19? The worst part about Seton Hall's thing is that I think maybe 40% of the people polled, because they did it over cell phone and landline, weren't even college sports fans, or weren't even sports fans, all right? So they were in the not at all. So 40%. Here's what I wrote on ESPN 1170 AM. Did a poll. You guys can go out there and do it. First question is, what's your favorite college football team? There's other, that's fine. Go on from there. But go to ESPN 1170 AM. Take the poll at the bottom of it. All right, real quick. How many college football games do you watch on a typical Saturday?
1.
6.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
2 or 3.
I'm usually vacuuming.
You watch more.
Cleaning.
Not really. I mean, two or 3. It depends on if there's a good game.
All right.
I'll watch the Iowa game,
Okay.
and then one other game.
Not saying the whole game.
Well, I'm saying the whole game. I'm saying the whole game. I'm saying
whole-
2 or 3.
or 3.
Whole game. I'll go 3.
2 or 3 that are on, but I'm busy doing other stuff.
I'd
Yeah?
say
What are you
3.
doing?
I'd say
Cleaning my house. I have 2 children.
No way, not with a body like that.
Yo, detention later.
Detention later. I would say 3 is a good answer. And if you're getting about 70%, 60 to 7% of the game, don't you think?
All right,
you get the
so-
Iowa game, you get the SEC game at night, and one in between.
Let me change the verbiage on that. How many games on a typical Saturday are you paying attention to?
None of them.
Are you checking the
2 to 3?
No, that's a different situation.
Oh,
Because then if I'm at the bar, sirs, then there could be there could be two going on at the same time. I'm paying attention.
So you're watching the beginning, maybe checking the score at halftime.
Yeah, that's a great
checking
verbiage.
the fourth quarter
It's a great-
score, and then checking the final because you're talking about Big Ten standings.
I don't know if you guys get this, but the show talks a lot about gambling. So yes, it's 5+. Check me under 5+.
And
5+.
back to Jay with sports.
I miss gambling so
Check
much.
5+, because you're right.
Yeah,
How
in
many
that,
do you
in
pay
that
attention to?
situation,
Yeah.
in that situation on college football,
right.
Yeah, probably more at least along the lines of four at least.
Those
for
are the
me.
games that are on Saturdays. You're right.
Yeah, and on a Sunday, yeah. But if we're talking NFL,
right?
I'm probably however many games are played that day.
All of them.
I'm all of them.
Almost right.
Yeah.
Okay, I am too.
I probably have a
And not-
fantasy
and not
guy
even-
involved in almost every one of those games.
Not even. This is why I don't like fantasy football. This is why I've always been on the anti side of fantasy football. Is I don't want to watch games that have nothing to do with my team, division, or people that I'm fans of. I don't like to watch. Sorry, Annie from Daddy. I don't want to watch the Bengals versus the Steelers in a suckfest.
But I do want to watch the other thing on the
You
other
throw a
side of
helmet
it though.
involved there, I'm in.
But I want to watch. I want to
wanna
watch
watch
anything
every
that has to do with
Suckfest.
my team's division.
Okay, exactly.
That
I want to. I do
for
want to
sure.
pay attention to the Lions Packers craptastic game because I'm rooting for both of them to lose.
Or if it's at the end of the season and it definitely has something to do with my wildcard standings.
Right, there you go. Okay, so I do agree with that. So yes, I am watching that Sunday night game of not the team that I'm a fan of.
Well, how many people on the poll were with us, or how did the poll turn?
Three is the biggest one right now.
Okay.
Why do you guys
and
have to
5+.
keep bringing up me on the poll?
And then
I thought you were.
all right.
I didn't know what kind of poll you were
Peachy
talking.
Pineapple no
I'm
longer
asking
exists,
you
you
this
guys.
for the poll, and again, you guys can go to ESPN1170am.com and take the poll at the. Just scroll down. Don't read what I wrote. It doesn't matter, I guess. Just go to the poll. What's the primary way you consume games? In person at the stadium, local
With a
television,
fork?
cable, satellite, streaming service, or at sports bar gathering.
Wait, repeat that. What was the question?
How do you?
What is the
consume your
primary way?
How do I consume game?
That you watch the game?
DirecTV at the bar.
Yeah. Cable satellite at home, local television at home, in person at the stadium, a streaming service, or do you go to the sports bar?
Tinder.
Sports bar.
Tinder it is. That's going to go under other. Okay.
Swipe left.
It's going to go under
Right?
the other, yeah.
T-Ray's watching them all on
I don't even
Grindr.
know. I've never used it. I'm
I
on
don't
there.
even know
I've
what
never
Grindr
used
is.
it.
Sure you don't.
Hey,
I swear to God.
speaking of Tinder,
I have like 30,000 messages I've never opened.
Are the face
Grindr
masks
the-
that people wear the new Tinder? Because now you can
What?
swipe down to see if they're good looking with their smile or not.
What?
Because like you might see their eyes and be like, "Oh, she's good looking."
Do you
Or
know
he-
my
he's
you know
good
my
looking.
quote is on
And
there?
then you swipe
I
down.
don't
You're
care.
like,
I don't care
Not good.
about how whatever your money. I said, show me your credit score and your teeth.
That's it.
That's all I want to see.
Like a gift. Yeah, no, we're not getting into that.
No.
Whoa, Jay.
Yeah.
Go back to what you were saying.
Is that the new way though?
Is what the new way?
It says you swipe down and you see if they got a good looking smile or not.
You already have their pictures.
No, I'm saying like in person.
He's talking now that they have a mask on.
Yeah, in person. Yeah.
Oh, the mask.
Well, people are still wearing masks.
Yeah, they are.
This is the thing.
Yeah.
Right, sorry.
A lot of people are.
All right. What's your secondary screen during games? Meaning, are you on Facebook? You're on Twitter?
Pornhub.
And
Pornhub.com.
T-Ray's going to be
That's
Twitter.
not
The rest
what
of us
I'm
going to be on
asking.
Facebook.
Oh.
I got you, Jay.
I'm asking
Jay,
that
I
you're
got you.
in during the
I
game.
got
Where are
you.
you getting information from? Are you on group chats or whatever else, or is your attention all on the game?
Tinder.
The scroll at the bottom of the screen.
You're probably on Twitter.
Squirrel.
Too, right? The scroll at the bottom of the screen. So you're just on that game.
Well, I mean, if let's just say we're watching the game,
Fine, Grindr.
you can watch the scroll at the bottom, not the squirrel, the scroll at the bottom, to catch up on games.
I'm moving on from this.
All right, no,
Okay, he's so
no,
mad.
Jay,
Come
that's a
on.
great
I'm not
question.
mad.
Jay,
Yeah.
that's a great question. So let me answer this on behalf of everybody.
Sure.
So, primary source for the majority of people is going to be DirecTV, either at home or at the bar.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Secondary source for me, it's going to be Facebook. T-Ray's more of a Twitter guy, so he's going to be going on there. Bomber, which one are you?
It's going to be Facebook or Google. I usually Google. then I scroll.
What are you googling though?
The game, the score, and it'll.
You're googling the score of the game.
Absolutely, I will Google the teams
Why?
that are playing, and then so many different things pop up, and they'll have different commentary
Do you have
on
the
everything.
ESPN Score Center app?
No.
Okay, do that. It's way
Okay.
easier.
Thanks.
Gotcha.
Can you say it a little slower?
This is it. We don't need this right now.
Leah Bomber, go to
Yeah.
I think we get more
go to
Twitter.
your
And
apps.
we
I love
talked
his
about this.
movie
That's why
voice.
Twitter. I think gets more.
Okay,
get more
so
information.
Jay, so what I'm doing is I'm on Facebook. I'm scrolling because I'm bored in between a game. Then I'll see different friends of mine maybe talking smack about my team or their team. Everybody's going back and forth on Facebook typically.
Yeah.
Okay, so T-Ray's doing the exact same thing on Twitter.
Right.
If it comes up right.
Okay.
Like, you think about this on Twitter. Just we were talking about this earlier.
Right.
The whole thing with Dak Prescott and the party thing.
Yeah.
I follow Dallas Cowboy, everything Dallas Cowboy, right?
Sure.
None of that came through on my Twitter feed.
Oh,
Like, not even a hint
Actually,
of it.
it bothers me because Twitter has always been its own thing. Like the feed, the thread has always been pretty much up to date.
But it should be up to
Nothing-
date on what you're following. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you. Now you have to seek it out.
Like, I'm like, I like this, I like this, I like this. I'm following these people, and then all of a sudden I can't.
I think
I
it
don't hear.
resets.
I don't hear
I think
from
it
it.
resets every once in a while. So does Facebook.
Can I ask you
so
another
weird.
question?
Yes, sir.
You sure can.
How confident are you that there will be a 2020 college football season? Highly confident, confident, but won't start on time. Confident, but there won't be fans in the stadium. Doubtful.
Doubtful.
Highly confident.
Highly confident, really?
There's too much money to lose, guys.
Doesn't matter.
Did you just
They're
do a
trying to
looking?
tank. They're trying to tank the
That's
economy.
T-Ray yawning.
Yeah, sorry.
I guess, Jay.
Highly
No,
confident. You say doubtful. Highly confident.
I'm with Troy. I'm highly confident that they're gonna have. There's way too much money to be lost in this.
Okay.
It's going to be another one of those. Remember when I said? See, told you.
Oh, you've had one in your life.
Is he pulling it right
I don't know what he's doing, but he's poking your bear.
He is
If
so
you were a
full of
bear,
crap.
he'd be like, boop.
He is
just
so
right to the case.
full of
What?
T-Ray, you know what? I am poking her bear.
I know you are.
Nobody's poked my bear in a long time.
You're pushing it, everybody. You guys want that all right, but it's not going to happen.
All right,
You guys are pushing it.
You want the all
Jay,
right. It ain't going to happen.
So, okay, back to this. Why would there not be college football season? August. We're talking August. Highly confident that, yes, they are going to have a college football season. Are they going to have less fans in the stadium? Yes, they're going to have less fans in the stadium. Will it start on time? Most likely. It's going to start on time.
I think we're going to learn enough about this virus in the next 2.5, 3 months. By the time this thing starts, by the time college football gets ready to start,
That's not enough time.
August.
You don't think it's not enough time?
August is not enough time.
I think they're putting every resource we have on this right
When
now.
the goal is to tank the economy, they're only going to give us the information that they think that we need to know. They're going to
Whose
feed
goal
us.
was it?
Oh, there's my mom. Hey, mom.
Was your mom?
So,
My mom
Leah,
called.
what was your answer?
What
She
was the
said
question?
doubtful.
Doubtful.
You said doubtful that they're going to have a college football season?
Doubtful.
Why?
Absolutely. Just because I know I know what the primary goal of all of this is.
Leah, I'm
no,
with
you
you.
don't.
Leah,
you don't.
All right.
I
You don't know what the primary goal of
I
all
feel
this is.
like I know. I have my opinion,
all right.
and
whose primary
sit
goal was it?
confidently on that throne of opinions.
Whose primary goal was it?
The government's.
Oh, which government?
Ours.
It was our government's primary goal to cripple ourselves?
It's to tank the economy and reset it. Yes, absolutely. Our economy was valued at 50% over what it is actually worth. So to tank it and reset it is the only way to get its value back.
She's not wrong.
I'm not wrong. Why do you laugh when I'm right?
I'm not laughing. I like as much as I want to be like, can we talk about sports? Like, I giggle because I'm like, she's not wrong.
I'm not wrong.
And I know there's people out there like, hey, talk about sports. I want to know about what such and such is going to sign and what the sophomore class from Cincinnati is going to do for Iowa.
That would
and
all-
it makes me laugh to be like, I don't care what you think right now because she's not wrong. So I'm going to let her go.
She's not wrong about the value of the economy, but
Yeah.
what she's
How do you take away?
what she's wrong about is that the virus didn't originate in this country.
I never said it originated in this
Okay,
country.
but so they just conveniently said, "Hey, this virus is coming, so let's do this."
Can you just
That's
text
what
your
you're
mom
saying?
and say you'll call her after 2 o'clock?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, just be like, hey, mom, I'll call you.
Hi,
after
Just
2.
text her back and tell her you want meatloaf now.
or just put your foot on silent.
Or that would work.
Yeah.
That'd be fine.
How do you do it?
Let me tell you about the economy. Wait, how do I work my iPhone?
See, I'm not a big fan of capitalism.
But all right, well, what you're saying is, what I think you're trying to say, Lee, is the virus hit, and they said, all right, it's convenient we have this virus here now, so let's do this. Let's use this as an excuse. You think our government isn't working with other governments? You are full of it. I mean, I didn't
absolutely.
say that's not what I said.
No,
Leah.
it originated in China, but we had everything to do with it. I think we funded the Wuhan facilities that created the man-made virus called COVID-19, and I know that it originated in 2019, has been named COVID-19.
I told you that.
No, you did not tell me that.
You were looking at the back of it.
Oh, my God.
Remember the day? I wrote it on paper. I can show you.
No. I was just laughing about how it says that on the Lysol can. I know.
These are so close to getting.
We're not friends on Facebook, so you don't know the things that I've posted.
You guys want to just talk about the survey a little bit more and where you guys stand on it? We'll just go back to that. I mean, because it's completely different than what we're talking
Leah's
about.
being a sheep. She's on Facebook.
Well, all right.
Okay, Twitter.
What would your ideal college football playoff size be? Bomber?
9 inches. What?
Bomber.
I knew it. I knew she.
Hey, T-Ray.
She did it.
This is 9 inches.
Yeah.
Wait, is it coming? Jay?
I didn't say a word, Jay. She did it.
What would your ideal college football playoff
number of teams be in a playoff?
Thank you.
Hey, I got you,
Thank
pal.
you.
I got you.
4 teams. That's fine the way it is.
Nope.
Gosh, darn it all. This is all bad.
Nope.
6 teams.
Nope.
A Power 5 champion. That includes the Power 5 champions.
And one at large.
Yeah, and then one at large.
T-Ray, I want to hear your answer.
8 teams. Power 5 champs.
Nope.
Top of the group of 5. One on the outside looking in. 2 at large. Or 16 or more teams. Every FBS conference gets a shot.
16.
I'm gonna escort you to the principal's office if you say something.
She's already been there like a
They
million
got
times.
a cot set up for me in there. It's fine.
Oh, are you, Jay?
I like where Serge's
No, I'm not.
I like where Serge's head's
I like
at.
16.
I know Kane is promoting for this or whatever. Not promoting, but Kane's jumping for this. I'm more along the lines of this, Sergi.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I don't mind if it goes 16. I'm not going to complain.
Okay.
I like the idea of 8 better, and this is why. Okay, I feel after we get past 8, I think you're just having teams play that legitimately don't have a chance to win the title.
Right.
That's all I'm thinking.
then-
I think they're
have
good.
their-
They have like a snowball's chance in hell.
Then they have
But-
their any given Saturday.
Right.
Okay.
And that's the thing. They got it, but do they really have it? And that's what I'm like.
Like
okay.
that movie, Jay?
What?
Any given Saturday?
Yeah.
All I'm saying
man, I
is
thought it
that
was
they
getting more
got.
support from you.
No,
I'd rather have the teams.
I get
I'd
it.
rather have the regular season still mean something.
Correct. So, I hate to be this.
I would like
hate
it
be
to
this
be
DB
8
right here,
teams
but
of 1 loss or
12.
less.
Go
12.
If you have them.
Right.
12.
Yeah.
I'll go 8.
Why 12?
Leah can't have her 9.
Because it's more than
7. More than 8, less than 16.
I've honestly tuned you guys out for the last.
You rolled your eyes at that, but that's exactly right.
I've got my opinion in it. We'll come up with a question.
Your regular season still matters, but it's not any team can just throw their hat in the bucket and squeak by.
I've got my opinion, but
12.
it'll come up later, and it's not anything that's new.
As soon as you get rid of those CanJam ads.
Yeah. Another question: how closely do you follow your team's recruiting? That's on the thing.
I really don't.
No.
Yeah. Oh,
you know when I follow it, our team's recruiting when we have Cakered in.
Yeah.
Right. Or if we get if we get a big guy.
Here's a great question.
Right.
Here's a great question.
Blockbuster trade.
Do you think your team will win the college football playoff championship this decade?
Yes.
That's fair. I think what Serge is saying is fair.
You think the Hawkeyes will?
I think Serge is thinking for Notre Dame.
I know.
And not
Well,
Iowa. We know better.
I know.
Yeah, I think he's thinking for Notre Dame, and I think Serge's yes is fair,
I
more
think they
fair than
absolutely
Iowa.
will.
Yeah, they've got a better shot. If
Notre Dame?
Notre Dame does. Yeah,
Well, yeah, they always do.
Your gut. If you're replying to the survey, you're going to say you don't think Iowa's going to win a national championship. All right, question 9. You're the czar of college football. We've done this. If you're czar of sports. What changes are you making on the first day on the job? Mine would be, Serge, to go back, change everything, get rid of conferences. It would be a north, there'd be a south, there'd be a east, there'd be a west. and there would be all the Power 5, and there would now be a Power 4 situation. So the Big Ten would mix with other schools, and Notre Dame would definitely be in there. And then you'd have an East or West, North, South, I don't care. And then you'd have a conference championship or district championship, whatever you do. That would make your 8 moving down to 4. Do you know what I'm saying? Semifinals from there. The East, West, North, South would meet in their district championship. That would be the 8.
You just take the country up and you just go.
Yes.
And
You take that would be if I was a college football. The other one I would do also would be mandatory EA Sports has to do college football.
Northwest, Northeast.
I made my daughter take this poll.
Northwest, Southeast.
And bless her heart, do you know what she said she would do when she typed in without me saying anything if she was our college football?
What?
Iowa Hawkeyes win every game.
Oh,
I know. I hugged her really hard afterwards. I was really happy about that.
If I was czar of college football, I mean, my fun thing would be like each one of us at the beginning of each season gets to kick Nick Saban square in the nuts.
Oh, that's a good one.
That'd be my...
Yeah. There's some of the responses out there, players can accept endorsements.
I would probably say something like that. I want to see these players get a little bit of money for this. I mean, they're basically... It's a feeder program for the NFL, and these guys are putting a lot at risk on their bodies. So...
Well, that goes back to, is the NCAA going to start before, or is college football going to start? These are
I would almost eliminate
unpaid
the NCAAs.
employees for college programs, and you're asking them to go back to school. Some other responses are start the playoff week after the conference championship, and national championship game is on New Year night, right after the Rose Bowl.
Yeah,
make
fine.
Overtime, sudden death, first team score wins. Neither team scores after 15 minutes. The game ends in a tie. Get rid of the instant replay. Redo the transfer in rule. That's a lot. Redo the transfer in rule. It's a joke. I asked for one thing, and the guy gave me a lot. Let's see.
We don't even know what you're saying anymore, buddy.
Yeah.
You just read a lot. No to ties. Instant replay. What else you got?
Allowing any athlete to transfer once in their eligibility with no penalty to sit out a year.
Yeah, transfer all you want.
Mm-hmm. I agree with
Stop
that.
penalizing guys that are transferring.
Coaches can only sign 5-year contracts is good.
I don't care about coaches.
Well, the thing is, I think it should be less than that because they can leave at any time, but kids can't.
How about put a
4
salary
years?
cap?
I like 5 years is good because you redshirt. 4 years also because you can't sit there and tell a kid that's 18 years old like I'm going to be here your entire time and then leave.
Put a salary cap on coaches.
All right, that's fair too.
And Congress while we're at it.
Ooh, there you go.
Back to politics.
There you
go. Pay the players. Every player gets one transfer. 18 playoff, yeah. And then finally, here's a question for you. If leagues, and that's just not college football, Major League Baseball, NBA, NHL, NFL, resume play before the development of a COVID-19 vaccine, would you attend games?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, fair. That's what I like to hear. You say yes right away.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Why am I going to go to a game?
Yeah.
Because I go to a game once a year, once every 2 years.
You do it without like a social distancing thing, like mandatory, like you have to sit like 3 seats apart, or
I'll bring a handkerchief and some sanitizer.
Okay, and you say no, you're not going to go without a vaccine.
I'm not getting the vaccine.
Sheep.
Or the microchip in my whatever. I'm not doing any of that. I'm not carrying my papers.
Okay, will you go to a game? I'm not asking you to get the vaccine. I'm not asking you. I'm saying there's not a development. It hasn't been developed. There's not a microchip that maybe they'll give you. There's not a shot that they'll give you. Will you still go to a game? Will you go get a dog and a beer at a baseball game?
Oh, absolutely.
That's what I'm asking you. I'm not
I
asking you to get mine.
misunderstood the question. I thought you meant like get this done and then they'll bring back games.
Yeah, without there, you'd be. They're
Bob,
like,
welcome
okay,
to our show. Don't hassle us. We're local.
You know,
we're live on the air.
I tune you guys out a lot because you kind of it's repetitive a little bit. And
I listen to every word you
what
say.
low hanging fruit.
I listen to every word you say.
I'll give you some low hanging fruit.
I know you would. So. I thought you were saying like if they keep these rules in place, would you go?
No, he was just saying is the season goes on next year. How likely are you to go to a
I'd go.
college football game, pro football game, NBA game?
All of the above.
Now, you will go as normal.
Yes.
Okay. Are you going to take any other precautions?
No.
Are you going to do anything different than you would have 2 years ago?
No.
Okay, so I would. So I'm still gonna go. Hands down, not a doubt in my mind. I will still go. Will I be a little more cautious of surfaces I touch, or maybe carry a little bottle of sanitizer with me just in case? Just maybe be a little more precautious,
Yeah,
a little more conscientious of what I touch after other people hand me things. Am I gonna pay attention a little bit more? Yes, I absolutely will.
Okay, I wouldn't.
Okay, you don't give a heck.
I don't give a rat's no.
Okay, somebody grabs a hot dog with a bare hand, no glove on,
Yeah.
puts it right in the bun, and hands it to you.
Yeah, do you know what I did yesterday? I went grocery shopping. You know what I touched? The credit card machine after the 500 other people before me.
Okay.
Yeah. I saw that, and I so much agree with you on that.
So, but I'm talking complete disregard for germs and any other thing.
Because I know you need germs to build immunity. You know.
Goodness.
No, hold on. You went out to stores. Yeah, you saw it, but you've been out. I've been to Hy-Vee. I've been to
Jay,
Target.
I was in Florida. That's why I haven't been here for 2 weeks.
But people have been.
Okay.
Yes.
Want to know what happened in Florida?
Sure.
Nothing. I was fine. Want to know what I did? I went to the beach.
Yeah.
Had a beautiful day at the beach.
Telling.
Yeah.
30 feet away from anybody other than the same people I was with that I went down there with, who I spent time with and hung out with, who I work with back here. Great time.
Yeah.
Okay, I was in the northeast corner of Florida, Jacksonville Beach.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we abided by CDC guidelines, so to say, with strangers. Okay, did I wear a mask? In the airport, I did.
Oh.
Was I conscientious about what I touched in the airport where all this travel's coming in back and forth? Sure I was. Okay, did I freak out the second anybody breathed in my general direction? No, I didn't freak out. Well, I know I've been in quarantine for 14 days. I've taken my temperature every single day. I'm fine. I have 0 symptoms. I'm okay. I'm alive. Ha ha.
Oh man.
Survived. Okay. I did not come into the radio. I logged in remotely from home. Okay. That's fine. You don't need to. Everybody doesn't need to freak out about everything. And everybody has these new standards of what they think is right, what they think is best.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know what I'm also not doing? I'm not condemning Leah for her beliefs, T-Ray for his beliefs, you for your beliefs. Whatever you want to do.
That's
fine.
how everybody should. That's called America,
go
man.
ahead.
Like let people
I don't
live their life.
I don't think anyone's condemning anyone for beliefs.
Yes, they are.
Buddy, they sure are.
I'm saying I'm not. How's that?
You're not. Correct.
On social media, they are.
Yeah.
The Hampton Police Chief or Captain.
I mean,
that just passed away,
I've had no one walk up to me when I've been at the grocery store. Listen, I'm not wearing a mask when I go to the grocery store.
I
I'm
won't.
sorry.
I
You're
refuse
a
to
little
because
too
they
close to
they don't
microphone
work.
Okay.
It's-
Well, whatever.
It's-
But what I'm saying is, I mean, I'm going wherever, and
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not walking up and right. Yeah, I'm not trying to be rude about anything, or if I'm sanitizing, I'm washing, and doing what right, Leah?
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing everything. I respect other
There you
people's
go.
fears, but those aren't my own. And don't tell me that I have to sacrifice my constitutional
Thank
rights
you.
because you're scared. I'm not scared, so don't tell me I have to give up my rights because
And
you're scared.
Leah, do I agree with everything you say
Probably not.
and believe right now? Absolutely not. I don't.
Okay.
You and I have completely different beliefs. Some things we
Sure.
agree on, some things we don't. But want to know what though? I'm not going to condemn you for that. I'm not going to look down upon you for that.
And vice versa. You want to wear a mask?
Right.
Wear a mask. You know,
Right.
if you don't want to go into public, don't tell me what to do.
People are going to lose friendships over this.
They already have. Okay,
I told you. Well, that's sorry, you weren't here. I've said this, and I'll come back to
sad.
that.
That's sad. If you lose a friend over this, then
because
either that person wasn't a true friend because you
because you're not doing what they're told.
But here's the deal.
My big thing with this, sorry to interrupt you, but the big thing is nobody is an expert on this. Why are you Why are you a
I
self-proclaimed?
refuse to live in fear.
Okay,
So I don't care if you're an expert.
and that is
Not gonna do
110%
it.
you, Leah.
That
that is
is.
100% your
Right.
personality,
Right.
the way you live your life. That is awesome. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
that. Okay, I am not an expert on this. I know what I know. I do my homework. I do my due diligence.
Right.
That's fine, but I'm no freaking expert on this. You're no expert on this.
Right.
So why do we have all these self-proclaimed experts?
Oh, it drives me nuts.
On you are part of the problem.
No.
Jay, you are part of the problem. Like,
People are like, well,
what?
people are
Get
dying. I'm like,
off
I
your
understand
high
that.
horse.
I'm still not going to give up my
people.
rights. I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
You've got 2 weeks of this. Everything that I've been saying as well. Yes.
The only thing that for me, and I had to practice it myself, right?
Mhm.
Like let's say
Because of Mookie.
I couldn't go and say, "Hey, Serge, you're back. I want to give you a hug and hang out."
Okay.
Because of what my wife does for a living.
Sure. And
I
wouldn't do that either to you because
no, and I know you wouldn't. But what I'm
right.
getting is I had to make choices myself.
Sure. You got a daughter at home.
Well, and I'm sure
works.
Hazel's safe.
Sure.
But I'm more about Amy works around elderly people, so I have to make sure when I'm out doing what I'm doing that I'm practicing everything as safe as possible. So I'm not bringing any home to her when she could possibly be contacted.
Want to know what I mean,
and that's the thing.
T-Ray, I canceled my trip down to see Pop in Fort Myers because that was a big hub of elderly people in his gated golf community.
Right.
And they had 2 or 3 people test positive for that. And there's no need for me to go down there right now. I'd rather reschedule this when he and I can go hang out and enjoy ourselves a different time.
Well, go when you can actually go have a beer in a bar.
Absolutely. So
I mean, if everything's closed, it's not that much fun.
So I thought about that. That's unnecessary travel to go down there when we can't even go have fun anyway. They're trying to take care of themselves. All right. So you want to know what? I'll postpone that trip. Did I freak out about it? No. Did I say, Dad, I'm never going to see you again? No. Did I tell him, don't leave your living room? No. I told him, hey, just make sure you're doing your due diligence.
I told my dad, hey, be careful when you do go out, because my dad's going to go get his groceries or whatever. I just told him, he wants to come down and see Hazel. He wants to come down and see his granddaughter. My dad lives alone.
Of course.
All right? So he's lonely. I know he's lonely, and he's bored and whatever else, but I'm like, Pops, just hunker down. Let's just get through this. He's at the age, and he's got the A blood type, where I don't want to have to worry about him.
Right.
Now, my mom, on the other hand, Serge,
right.
She retired from Mid-American Energy. She works at Walmart. She still goes into work every day.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I'm like, Mom, don't you think, like, you turned 70 this year? You think maybe I'm taking my precautions? Like, you couldn't talk my mom out of it if you held a gun to her head.
Right.
So you know what? I voiced my concerns to her.
Right.
And I was like, okay, if you feel that you're doing your best to do it,
to each their own.
I'm not going to push it on you.
To each their own.
Just please be careful.
That's
all you can say, and that's all you can say to anybody.
Not going to tell you what to do. Don't tell me what to do.
You don't need to cry and lose friends over this.
No, exactly not. You know, and it's not a situation.
Over something that none of us are experts on.
Right. You can tell someone your feelings and beliefs, and just, hey, man, I can't do that because of this. And if they choose to get mad at you about it,
get mad.
That's on them.
Delete me. Bye.
That's not on you. You let them do whatever they're going to do, and if you down the line, if you can say to them, hey, you done being ridiculous, and if they're still being ridiculous, that's on them, man.
That's not
then walk away.
That's not the point that I told you last week, and that's not the point I'm going to tell you now, Serge. It's a process of erosion right now, and the erosion is if someone makes a comment that you shouldn't be doing, even the 4 of us in here that's not social distancing, if someone just says, like, you guys aren't practicing social distancing.
Mind your business.
Hold on a second. Mind your business. But they just put a blanket statement out there that people are the problem. You guys are not doing this. You guys are not following social distancing. You're part of the problem. There you go. Ugh. And then let's just say 18 months from now, if something happens where you and I Serge, you and I don't see eye to eye on something.
Right.
And all of a sudden I remember what you wrote and you said, like, hey, or even, like, let's just say I wrote something about, which I didn't, because I don't, but I did on social media, like, people who travel are just not thinking about themselves. And then 18 months from now, you and I got into, like, just a dumb argument. And then you go, you know what? I didn't like what you wrote in March of 2020.
Right.
That's going to come up. When you bring up that relationships and friendships are going to, it's going to happen. It's an erosion. It's a small erosion, a crack that will break up later on.
Do you want to know who I was thinking about on my way down to sunny, warm weather on the beach?
Yourself.
Myself.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
And
that happens already.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It does.
I mean, they dug up dirt on Carson King.
Dude, I'm saying individually, people are going to go,
T-Roy, did I tell you how awful of a time I had down there?
No.
Yeah, that's right.
The thing is this. People read things, and if someone writes a blanket statement and just, they're vague booking, people think it's about them.
I like that.
I didn't make that up. I wish I could have.
That was pretty
Yeah.
solid.
I have to say, the Hampton police officer, police captain, police chief that just passed away.
Yes.
There's a homage to him in the walk that they did, and I can't tell you, I went to go look at the comments, and I knew I shouldn't have, because as soon as I got on there, they're not social distancing. I can't even believe people are walking. They're within. I'm like, this is not the time nor the place to criticize people for paying respect to a fallen police officer. And guess what they're doing while they're out there walking and not so? They're exercising their constitutional rights, and you're on there telling them that they're not doing it right. Yeah. Shut your mouth.
Yeah, don't tell me that I'm being a part of the problem, and then you turn around and then you go to
Walmart and use the credit card machine.
Walmart, and you go to all these stores. Unless you are staying at home, quarantining for no reason, blah 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 blah.
Oh, it drives me nuts.
Then you are no patron saint. Everybody can chill out. Can we all just be vague book friends?
Yeah, can everybody just shut your mouth?
Vague book.
Let people live their lives.
We do have to take a break, but I do want to talk about what this whole thing started. Are you going to go to an event the same way? Are you going to look at it the same way?
Yes.
I don't know.
Going to the event, yes. Looking at it the same way,
yes.
That's what we're going to talk about. We do have to take a break.
I'm not going to lick the toilet seats this time, but I'm still going to go.
Right.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, we do have to take a quick break, though. We're not going to double up like we did last hour. I love the conversation.
I'll read one coming back in.
Yeah, we got to. We
all
do
right,
have
guys.
to
Front
take
Street
one.
Brewery is down there at 208 East River Drive, getting all those meals to go, or the tap room, filling all of your little growlers that you can fill if you have them, if they're available. All you got to do is get a hold of them via their Facebook page or go to the webpage at www.frontstreetbrew.com and make sure you fill yourself up with some Davenport Gold, Wise Guy, Raging River, or a Cherry Bomb Blonde. Once again, the restaurant is at 208 East River Drive, and the tap room is in the Freight House Complex.
This is Julian Vandervelde, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
These are uncertain times, but we at First Midwest Bank remain strong, remain committed to our clients, to our communities. And we want those who are uncertain in these uncertain times to know that even though we currently all need to stay apart, we are all in this together. First Midwest Bank. To learn more about how we're helping our clients adjust through this difficult period, visit firstmidwest.com. Member FDIC.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't sat in your lap in months. And even more stuff, but still no jobs? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed. And they're the stuff inside your stuff, even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Get your maximum refund and your taxes prepared for half the price with AmeriFile.
I'm Christy, a single mom from Bettendorf. I got tired of paying $250 at H&R Block, so I went to AmeriFile. As advertised, they did my taxes for far less than half the price.
Bring in a copy of last year's tax return done by H&R Block, Jackson Hewitt, Liberty Tax, or any other tax preparer, and we will cut your tax prep fees in half, guaranteed.
This year, AmeriFile has the best tax prep deal in town. Save hundreds having your taxes prepared with AmeriFile, and you get free Rudy's Tacos, free Whitey's, free Chick-fil-A, Hungry Hobo, or Fresh Blend Smoothies. Trust AmeriFile's 30 years tax experience to handle any simple or complex tax situation. Remember, this tax season, save hundreds with AmeriFile, the best tax prep deal in town. Free Rudy's Tacos, Whitey's Ice Cream, or Hungry Hobo. AmeriFile Tax Centers, Davenport, Moline, and Clinton. Call 762-8087. That's 762-8087 or AmeriFile.com.
H&R Block is a registered trademark. After price taxes from last year's fees. $75 minimum.
Golick and Wingo.
I'm done with all you coaches talking about how you don't like the transfer portal. You can all stick it as far as I'm concerned. I mean, that's getting ridiculous about how you can do what you want, and that's cool. Again, I'm fine with that, but I absolutely think that a player should have one freebie move, and I'm done with you coaches and talking about that. You know, and players being able to have a little bit of movement on their side.
Coaches need to be a lot smarter on how they
a lot
address
quieter,
that.
you know?
Golick and Wingo. Mornings on the Quad City Sports Leader. ESPN 1170 AM.
So you're what they call an industrial athlete. But this ain't no gym.
You're working hard. You got the right tools to get the job done? Would you play football and roller skates? I don't think so. So if your gear is beat up, tore up, all around mucked up, come on in and boot up at Quad City Safety, 5311 Tremont Avenue, Davenport. Or check us out at quadcitysafety.com.
From the Sheedy Family Chiropractic Studios, this is the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM, KPOB, Davenport.
Let me tell you about Bayside Bistro, Quad Cities. They're in the village of East Davenport, and they're not just your ordinary sandwich shop. You're going to find deli meat on there. You will not find deli meat on their menu, that is. They use fresh ingredients, and orders are made from scratch, like the paninis, called the Bayside Po' Boy, the roasted beet and green bean salad. They have an incredible menu that specializes in deliciousness. And don't forget about the smoothies and fresh juices that they make, and also their incredible dinner entrees. Don't take our word for it, though. Just visit the Facebook page and read over 500 recommendations from guests. I can't even read this, Jay. I'm terrible.
Yep.
Stop by Bayside Bistro at 1105 Christie Street in East Village of Davenport. Make sure you check them out. It's a great place, right, Jay? You go down there quite a bit.
I do. Love it there. Love Letitia. Love Daryl. I do need to ask you, Bomber and Serge stepped out, though. All right, this all goes to wayside. And let's just say that we are very eager to go to Modern Woodman Park, John O'Donnell, if you will, Quad City River Bands game. You take the family. Are you still going to stand in line the same way, or are you going to feel like, even if they don't put like decals on the ground, are you still going to feel like, you know what, I'm just going to keep the distancing for a little bit?
Here's the deal, all right? We've all been to that park.
Yep.
And let's just say that the park's full.
Mm-hmm.
There's no possible way you're standing in line or walking around up there in the grandstand area or up behind the, where all the food and everything is.
Okay.
There's no way you're up there in line trying to get stuff. There's no way to practice social distancing.
Yep.
We're not a society. We're not a creatures that are built on this.
Okay.
I mean, European cultures live a lot closer than we do, per se. Like, a lot of kissing, a lot of close talking, facial things like, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But even as Americans, there's a lot of handshaking. There's a lot of, hey, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's close. It's going to be impossible.
You do this and you're fine. Everything, you're trying to go back to normalcy. Let's just use that word, normalcy, okay?
Normalcy, yes.
But someone turns around to you and says, like, hey, man, you want to give me about 6 feet? Think about this. I mean, there was a time.
If someone freaks out, you don't
there was a time when it was
space.
There was a time when it was about 3 feet when people would be in the grocery store, put in their pin code. But hey, give me some space. Now we're like, deal with it.
16 inches is the American. 16 inches is personal bubble. 16
16
inches.
How about this? I mean,
I'm just saying. Some
To men, that's like
do you
80.
respect it when they say, "Hey, give me some space," and you're like, "I can't back up a little bit. I'm in line for a chili cheese dog here, and the person behind me isn't moving either."
I'm gonna spin the clocks back here, and granted, it was a long time ago. We didn't have the type of communicational skills that we did then, that we do now, I should say. All right, we had the Black Plague.
Yeah.
All this stuff eventually came back. Okay.
What are you saying?
I mean, the Black Plague killed a lot more than this.
Yes.
Quarantine. What we're doing right now is not going to eliminate the virus.
But
It's not.
what I'm getting at is,
At all.
eventually in time, people went back to the ways of doing things.
Yeah,
Right?
we're gonna have to table that real quick because we got to talk to Jake real quick
Okay.
from Elite Sportsbook. Let's table that. All right.
Jake, what's up, buddy?
How's it going?
What are you wearing, Jake?
Khakis.
Hazmat suit.
Retired the khakis for now.
Well, you sound hideous. What's up, buddy? How you been?
How's it going, everyone?
It's going.
Well, we're living the life. We're probably in the same boat as you, hoping that still with the fingers crossed on May 1st. I think in reality, everybody thinks May 15th. What do you think?
I'd hate to be a bearer of bad news, but I think it might be a little bit later than May 1st, just with these recent cases breaking out, these different packing plants. But we'll see.
Yeah, but T-Roy brought up May 15th. Let's play the game here, Elite Sportsbook. Jake,
over under
May 15th. What do you think?
I'm gonna say are you saying the whole state of Iowa, casinos, sports? Where are we drawing the line?
Let's say we open up to gatherings of 250 or more.
Ooh, I'm gonna have 250 or more. I'm gonna say over.
I'm saying over too.
How about gatherings of 75?
Still over.
All right, 4th of July
yeah,
party
I
at
mean,
my
I think
house,
we're getting
guys.
closer.
250 invites going out.
I'm still staying over.
Come
Now, what do you think about sports May 15th?
I think we'll see something on TV. I think maybe UFC or some kind of sporting event with no fans in the crowd. Hopefully by May 15th.
I feel better about that, but I don't think gatherings of 250 or more by May 15th. I'm going to take the over on that. What do we got going on with the Elite Sportsbook, Jake?
Well, as you guys probably know, we're scraping the bottom of the barrel here looking for...
Oh, don't say that. Gambling's never scraping the bottom of the barrel.
As you know, UFC was canceled, so that was the big one we were looking forward to, and they're still trying to figure out the next UFC 250. So we're kind of on the hook for that, waiting. Some of the bets are waiting action on the next one. We did put up the Indy 500 though, so that's new on the site.
Interesting.
That's available now. So if you guys get a chance, check it out at EliteSportsbook.com. Other than that, we're seeing a lot of action on Belarusian soccer. They're still plugging straight away down there.
Well, I've always said my favorite type of soccer is Belarusian soccer. So I've been on record saying that. So, yes, I'm glad everyone's getting on board with
Is it really?
that.
Right, and I'm sorry to hear, Jay, about the bad news.
Yes, Jake.
XFL, I almost texted you, but I thought it might be too soon.
It is. It's too soon.
Yeah, we're going to have to talk to some people on the insiders that maybe. Now, Jake, here's the thing. Talk to the Elite Sportsbook people that are behind the money. Maybe we can buy it because I hear I read it's for
There
sale.
you go.
Yeah, I don't like that it went under, and I don't like that people are going to say, "See, I told you so." And I went to and argued with Jimmy on the show on Friday about the whole thing. This has got nothing to do with how it was run. It's got everything to do with the global pandemic. I hate that it. Yeah, and unfortunately, Jake, and for everyone out there, like this is probably going to be the last we'll ever see of an alternate type of football league, because no one's going to do this now. We just 2 years in a row we've watched go up and to launch and then fold. I don't want to say fail because the XFL didn't fail. The AAF failed, but it folded. So we'll never see this again. And that sucks.
Right.
I like to see people put themselves out there.
Yeah, it was a perfect storm, and the ratings, from my understanding, from what I read, they were doing pretty well. The TV ratings and the fans were starting to populate the stadiums more, and it was starting to get a hold. And I don't know, especially with having some of the players make it to the NFL after that, there was some hope for the players in the league too. So I think it was just at that boom time, and unfortunately, timing was wrong.
According to Darren Ravel of the Action Network, who also talks, he's one of the first people ever to do sports business-wise on social media. He said that although that 3.12 million viewers from Week 1 got cut in half by Week 5, but things like the St. Louis Battlehawks, they sold 45,000 tickets to their next game before the league shut down due to the coronavirus outbreak. So St. Louis was doing a great job of supporting the local team. And again, I just hate the idea that people say, told you so, when they use this as a crutch to think that they're smarter than the average person about when it comes to this.
No, yeah. These circumstances were unforeseen. You can't compare that to anything. So,
is there anything else that we can gamble on out there, my friend, at EliteSportsbook.com?
Well,
Schmil's kids eat some booger.
World Series.
What's going on?
We did put our 2020 World Series odds back up.
Okay.
So I know we had them up before and took them down. They're back up now. And yeah, we're just, the next thing we're kind of looking forward to is just the draft, just to watch some kind of sporting, event activity. Trying to think of putting together some ways to do a fun drafting party and things like that. But once again, the state isn't allowing betting on the draft. We re-asked them again if they'd reconsider that, and it's still a hard no. So,
well, boo.
Right now, that's what's going on. But if you want to look forward to the fall, if anyone's bored at home, definitely go to EliteSportsbook.com and check out our professional and college football futures. We've got a whole list of things up there from, regular season wins in college, including Iowa and Iowa State, and also some of the regular season passing and rushing yard leaders for pro football. So all kinds of different things for football, but that's kind of what we're sitting on now, and just really excited to watch the challenge tomorrow. And
SportsElite.com.
Boy. EliteSportsbook.com.
EliteSportsbook.com.
But did you hear him? He's excited to watch the challenge tomorrow night.
I heard that, and I know you're ashamed of me that I did not
because
get logged
he
in.
got his team involved there.
Jake, can I piggyback you?
Yeah, he got his team. He's in. And by the way, you guys can still register your team on the challenge and win weekly prizes.
Do
this
it
week
for
is
me.
I think $40 from and free pizzas from Palermo's Pizza. So we've got those to give out as well. So, Jake, I want to thank you so much for calling in, and I hope you're staying safe and everything.
Hey, same with you guys. Hang in there, and we'll get through this soon.
Yeah, you take care, my friend.
Bye, Jake from State Farm.
Jake, take care, bud.
Bye.
Yeah. All right, that's Jake from EliteSportsbook.com. All right, going back and go out there. If you're gambling and you're looking at Belarus soccer, all right, that's the thing. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing the research, but some people might. They need to get their fix involved.
Well, how are they playing those games? No fans in the stands?
Yeah, there's baseball going on in Taiwan with no fans. They have robots out there, or mannequins in the stands. Dead serious.
What?
Yeah, there's baseball going on in Taiwan.
And they put mannequins in the stands?
Yeah, absolutely they do. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, they have mannequins in the stands, just sitting there trying to make it feel a little bit like there's people
It's
there.
like a White Sox game.
Pretty much, yeah.
What was that movie where the mannequin came to life? Was it called Mannequin?
It was called Mannequin.
Come
Yeah.
on.
It 100% was called Mannequin, yeah.
That was a long time ago.
I know what the second one was called?
Mannequin 2?
On the Move.
Before we talk to Jake and before we go to break, my question is this. You're going to go to the game no matter what, right, Serge?
Yep.
And T-Roy, you're going to go...
Yeah, I mean, I would love to go see a Cubs game or any game. I would love to go to see a Hawkeye game.
We haven't fought on a rooftop in years, T-Roy.
I know.
Oh, can I get in on this?
I mean, I would love to go. I just, you know what? It's just going to depend. There's a lot of things I want to do. I have a trip planned for June that I would love to be able to do. I don't know.
Right, and this is not going to slow you down from going, right?
Let's hope not.
Right.
I hope not. I just don't know.
Well,
yet.
due to your personal beliefs or rules,
if they cancel flights or if they, I don't know what it holds.
Right.
Let's just say this too. The trip I have plans for early June. Okay. If all of a sudden the bars open up June 1st, I can't leave early June to go on.
No,
you know what
but
I'm saying?
I think what Jay was asking is it's not going to deter you personally based on anything you believe, right?
No, it's just a matter of what will be the limitations,
right,
or what will be the circumstances at the time,
right.
Which sucks because, yeah, I like getting away.
Let's take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll continue this fun conversation.
Leah's going to read an ad, everybody.
Get Bomber going.
Show
It's
off
been a while.
It's been a while, yeah.
These are her detention skills she learned.
Yeah.
Where her shirt was untucked.
That's how I learned to read so fast, guys.
Yeah.
Tim Hernandez wants you to focus on new and fun ways to get fit for yourself and your family. ID Life wants you to be healthier, have more energy, get better sleep, and achieve more focus. ID Life is a health and wellness company that is revolutionizing the industry with customized nutrition. The ID Life name stands for Individually Designed Life and was founded on the principle that no two people are alike, so everyone has unique nutritional needs. Tim Hernandez is your guy in the Quad Cities to offer you personalized guidance that is tailored specifically to your health factors and personal goals. Do you have health problems that may be holding you back? The doctors and scientists develop what nutrients you should be taking and what supplements will benefit you the most. Go to qchealth.idlife.com to sign up for unconditional, no questions asked, 30-day money-back guarantee. Call Tim Hernandez today at 563-508-7221 so he can show you that what makes ID Life different is you.
Hey, this is Goose, PA announcer for the Quad City Storm, and you're listening to
Don't hassle us, we're local.
ESPN 1170 AM.
A hailstorm is never good news for your home, especially your roof. Recent ping pong to golf ball sized hail hit the Quad Cities. This type of hail can cause catastrophic damage to your home's exterior. Even new roofs can be affected. Don't wait. Call All Major Restoration today. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, All Major will walk you through the entire process, from filing an insurance claim through construction. Call the experts at All Major Restoration for your free storm damage inspection. 563-322-0060. Se habla español.
Have your car battery tested for free at Olderog Tire and Performance. Plus, get an oil change for only $24.95. Up to 5 quarts of semi-synthetic blend oil. Oil filter, 27-point inspection, and they top off all fluids. Or get a full synthetic blend oil change with up to 5 quarts of oil for just $49.95. And right now, check out the AC Recharge Special for $89.95. Open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5. Olderog Tire and Performance, Rockingham Road, Davenport. Service local, limited time only.
The Will Kane Show.
I don't think there's any hard and fast rule here. It's not that you have to win while your quarterback's on a rookie deal. I don't want to pay Dak $40 million because you don't have to. What I would argue is this: get a good deal. The main thing to do is avoid paying average quarterbacks as though they're great. That's when teams get in trouble. There's no hard and fast rule except don't be a moron. The commodity or the quality that's in short supply in every walk of life is self-awareness. Who am I? How good am I? What am I worth? And I think that teams honestly aren't self-aware enough about their window, how good they are, and how good their quarterback is. My biggest lesson, honestly, Fitz, is not, oh, you got to win with a quarterback on a rookie deal. It's not pay Dak, but don't pay him $40. It's just play smart business. Don't overpay. Be self-aware. Who is your guy and pay him at that rate.
The Will Kane Show, 2 till 5 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
Sheedy Family Chiropractic is your choice for chiropractic care in the Quad Cities. Chronic problems, joint pain, or recent injury, don't let pain slow you down. Sheedy Family Chiropractic in Davenport can help decrease your pain and improve range of motion, keeping your busy life moving. Same-day appointments available most days for new patients and $20 sports physicals. Call today or visit sheedychiro.com. That's SHEEDY Chiro.com. Sheedy Family Chiropractic, getting you back to work, play, and life.
Golick and Wingo. I'm done with all you coaches talking about how you don't like the transfer portal. You can all stick it as far as I'm concerned. I mean, that's getting ridiculous about how you can do what you want, and that's cool. Again, I'm fine with that, but I absolutely think that a player should have one freebie move, and I'm done with you coaches and talking about that. You know, and players being able to have a little bit of movement on their side.
Coaches need to be a lot smarter on how they
address that. A lot quieter, you know?
Golick and Wingo, mornings on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
It's 4 a.m. and you're sucking baby snot through a tube because she's congested. If you love her that much, love her enough to make sure she's buckled in the right car seat. Find out more at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Like all of us, small businesses are being affected and impacted by these uncertain times. But we will get through this together. When you can, please try to support your local restaurants, bars, or any other establishments that are still open for carry-out or delivery.
These are uncertain times, but we at First Midwest Bank remain strong, remain committed to our clients, to our communities. And we want those who are uncertain in these uncertain times to know that even though we currently all need to stay apart, we are all in this together. First Midwest Bank. To learn more about how we're helping our clients adjust through this difficult period, visit firstmidwest.com. Member FDIC.
Talk about the Cubs, Bears, and all the local sports every day with Don't Hassle Us, We're Local, noon to 2. From the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
Oh, yeah, we're back here in the Hassle Castle, right?
We
Right
sure
on right
are.
satellite dish.
We're right here.
Leah J and T-Rex still in the house. Sergey had to step out, so thanks for having him back. And
It's good to have him back.
And we had a lot of fun conversations so far. We're going to round out the show. We got about 13 more minutes. So,
See?
Yeah.
Si, senor.
I'll tell you what.
No, I mean, as much as we can sit here and say and go through, like, breakdown, and I could say, like, Tira, did you watch the NBA horse competition? Leah, did you?
I didn't.
What do you think about the semifinals? What do you think about the finals? It doesn't matter. You can read what I think about on ESPN 1170am.com. The things are, certain days are not going to be the favorite for people that are sports fans that want to have an escape. Other things, certain days are going to be conversations that you have. This whole show is built around conversations you would have with your friends at happy hour.
Yeah.
Mark Ryan, over the phone, a guy that we've never met, never shook hands, never fist bumped, never did anything. Just over Twitter, you said this, through email, he goes, he's in Greensville, South Carolina.
Yep.
He goes, I like your show. He says on the air, I like your show. Feels like happy hour. And T-Ray, you said, thank you, Mark, because that's exactly what we're going for. So if you're sitting there by chance saying like, oh my goodness, I'd rather hear about the greatest sports villain of all time or how Johnny should have beat Danny in Karate Kid, we've done that before. But the conversation that we're having here is legitimate. What are we doing with our rights? What are we doing? What are we doing as a person? And it's okay because this is the conversation you would be having at happy hour right now.
Yep. Same arguments, same conversations, same everything with your closest friends. These are the kind of conversations I have in my kitchen with my friends when we have people over.
I like what you said, arguments, because it's okay to have arguments.
Absolutely.
Without
It is.
telling
We
someone
don't
they're an
always
idiot
agree.
or like logging off or blocking them on social media.
Never.
It's okay to say, hold yourself. I don't think you're right.
Well, we did it today.
Yeah,
we do it all the time, but you guys have never told me what to do and why I should do it.
Well, no, and Leah, I agree with you a lot on a lot of things.
Right.
But when there's something I disagree with you, I'm not afraid to tell you.
And vice versa. But you don't tell me what to do.
No.
You tell me what you're going to do, and that's fine. You can do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to do whatever I want to do, but don't tell me what to do.
You go to
I'm not
hell.
gonna tell you
You
what
go to hell and you
die.
I'm just teasing.
You better do this, or else I'm going to call.
No, and
I'm
I
gonna call
say
the government.
but that's the thing, and the beauty of it all is we need to have differing opinions, and we need to be able to talk about it without the mob culture.
Absolutely.
I was watching a documentary, Leah, on
Which one?
JFK.
Ooh, okay. One
Okay.
of my favorites.
And this one was basically this guy did and went back and found out where all the conspiracy theories came from
The deep state.
of how what happened with JFK.
Right.
And he basically went through and debunked where all these guys started all their conspiracy theories for this assassination of him.
Okay.
There was like two main guys. One was a leftist, far left. One was a far right.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there things started to spew. And then Geraldo Rivera, back when his early days, he had two dudes on his show. One was the first guy. He was the first guy to bring up why did the head go forward
Okay.
or backwards, I should say.
Back and to the left.
Why did it go back and to the left? Well, then later on, everybody, they've done the research on what happens. Well, that's supposed to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But he basically went down and broke it all down. But what happened is he went to the 40th anniversary of the JFK thing. They would not do any big. They didn't do. The state did not do anything on the anniversary until the 50th. Out of the family's request. So it was all the conspiracy people kind of there in a thing. The mob mentality that they treated this dude for having a different opinion was insane to me to watch.
Well, now, and here's what I have to say to interject with that, though, is if you're going to watch one documentary on one side of it, you have to watch another one on the other side of it.
I've
And the
watched them
truth
all.
is always somewhere in the middle. And I've learned this with my conspiracy theories. And then there's truth to each side. And they're never gonna expose themselves for exactly what they are. Neither side will ever.
I don't know.
my
If you
opinion.
watch this and you just look at these facts, that they're pretty. It's pretty clear.
So you don't think JFK was assassinated by somebody on the inside?
He was killed by Lee Harvey Oswald.
You don't think he worked for the government? No. I 100% do.
He did.
I absolutely do.
Okay. But that's because you probably read something that gave you information that has been debunked. But you just don't realize it yet. And that's what this thing was about. It was like debunking this one conspiracy theory.
But you don't think they have all the money in the world to debunk whatever they want to say and to back it up and to provide all these stories and these people and these witnesses if they
one dude from Minnesota did all this with all his money?
No, not him, but you don't think he's getting funding from the people who want to keep it a secret?
No, he didn't. It's pretty obvious.
It seems like a lot in
You'd be
1963.
You'd be surprised. Do you think JFK Jr. went down on a plane with his wife when he was running for a Senate seat versus Hillary Clinton? Do you think that was an accident too?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I think things happen. I think things happen like that.
I don't think so.
So Lee, let me ask you this:
Yeah.
if JFK was an inside job, and they got away with it, and no one knows who did it, how did someone expose everything on Watergate? How did the stuff get exposed on Iran can't.
Watergate was more than Nixon. Nixon was a fall guy.
There was too many people.
There
was too many people. You can't. Everybody wouldn't shut up. Just think about this. If you were the one person that could expose the exact person who was responsible and everything that happened with JFK, you would be a national hero.
No,
you would come out and say,
you would have committed suicide with 2 shots to the back of the head, probably.
See, you're a person that won't be convinced ever, no matter what.
No, that's not true.
Fine.
That's not true. Show me these. Give me the links, and I'll watch them.
There's no links. It's a conversation.
Give me the
That's
shows
thing.
that proved his theories, the things that convinced
Well,
him. Let me watch those same shows.
I can.
And see if it convinces me. Otherwise,
do your research and you can just
I've
talk.
done a lot of
The show.
whole thing.
This show is called. It's called. Conspiracy Theorist Lie.
Okay. How many conspiracy theories have been proven true?
I'm just saying, this is the one, and it's Conspiracy Theorist Lie, and it's JFK.
My point is
only
this.
about JFK. It's no
My point
other.
is this, Bomber.
I'll look it
and
up.
it's the same thing with the conversation actually that we had before the show even started with T-Ray, and we were actually talking about the assassination of JFK. And I said, well, I want to know about the dictator belt in the middle of Daily Plaza that had different audio from different areas. And he just said, like, well, there's different sound waves or whatever else, especially in 1963.
Yeah.
He didn't say, like, show me the link or what are you talking about or whatever else. He just goes, there are different reasons why.
And I
an audio.
respect your opinion.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but I want to
don't
watch
link.
what he watched.
Yeah.
Is all I'm saying.
And the thing is, and like I said to Jay with sound waves, I said there's no way they can go back and recreate the exact sound waves of that day because you can't recreate everybody in the exact same spot how a sound wave is going to bounce. But what I did say to you, I said, well, my thing is, if he didn't do something wrong, why was he running and why did he shoot Officer Tippett?
He was going against the deep state. He was saying that there's a plan to enslave every man, woman, and child in this nation, and I plan to expose that plan. And 7 days later, he was shot in the back of the head.
No, he was shot in the stomach.
Are you talking about? He's saying Lee Harvey Oswald. You're saying?
I'm saying JFK.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. See, I'm talking about if Oswald didn't do it, why was he running? Why did he kill a cop when he was trying to get away? I mean,
not everybody was privy to his job and what he was supposed to be doing. It's not like the local law enforcement was told don't kill him. He's working for the government. You're still undercover and under contract with these higher ups.
Once you start adding on to who's involved in the conspiracy, you're adding on to the where it's going to leak out. It can't be.
Oh, it has leaked out. That's why. But it hasn't leaked. That's why society has become so much more educated on these things. That's why 9/11 has been. A lot of people think now that never would have before thought that the government would do this. Now that these viruses we found out they're man-made, people are starting to get more informed.
Don't tell me that you don't think that the planes took down the building.
No, I know they took down the building, but I also think it was an inside job, 100%.
Inside job by who?
The government.
Oh, good Christ, Leah.
Absolutely.
Leah.
Absolutely.
Leah.
They needed the people to back their motives up to go over there, and they wanted to name it. You don't have to laugh. Do you know that like over 50% of Americans agree with me?
Well, and 50% of you are wrong. I'm sorry.
George Bush, he needed people to back him up. There's no plane footage at the Pentagon. There's only two. They on the news, they said the second building's been hit 10 seconds before the second building was hit. There's proof of this.
I watched the second building get hit live.
Yeah, so did I. And if you go back and research this, these reporters were saying, and the second building was hit before the second building was hit. There's so much proof to this.
There's not.
Look
just
it
someone
up.
saying it. It's someone saying it and then trying to report it as fact.
Oh my God.
I still have to believe that there's people out there, there's whistleblowers that would say like,
There have been. They die. There have been. There's multiple whistleblowers. There's multiple documentaries on
There's
these
no
things.
one that died, no one died from the Challenger explosion from '86. The whistleblowers, which is one of the biggest documented things. That
Why is there no plane footage at the Pentagon? And why was there $500 billion
know.
went missing the day
Because
before?
no one was standing there with a camera.
So all these terrorists who live in caves, they hijacked all these 747s and they fucking flew them in. Oops, my bad. Oh, I take it
Leah,
back.
and no, they didn't live in caves. They were living in America. And they were infiltrated into the country.
Okay.
Yeah, you're wrong.
But their license, their IDs were on top of all the rubble.
No, they weren't.
Yes, they were.
No, they weren't. Who told you that? See, when you believe false facts, then you pin that off as a fact.
We
it
can
can't
get
be a
to
fact.
all kinds of conspiracy things. We can also sit there and say like the COVID-19.
All right, I can't talk about the same words because I get too passionate and then I say bad words and then I'm going to get in trouble.
The COVID-19 is a thing that can wipe out minor league baseball. That can be conspiracy. The Major League Baseball wanted this. Or, like I've always said, NBA wants to change their schedule and they can do it a certain way. So there's all kinds of things we can look at. But the beauty of the show is to have friends around that can talk, and everyone's happy at the end and not mad at each other.
Yeah, I'm not mad at any of you. I'm
like
not mad at all.
So, yeah.
I get passionate, and it's not good for radio because I don't have a filter.
No, everything's fine. It's fine, but that's the beauty of it all. Is that, and I think if that's the one takeaway you can have from the show, is that people can have an opinion. You can sit and talk without blocking them, without telling them they're wrong. You can just sit and listen.
I respect
and say,
that you
okay,
don't agree with me.
Exactly. Yes,
it's fine.
And I think
I love you, and I love your passion.
Yes,
but like I said, I think that's one of the best things of it. And for those out there who'd be like, you're on ESPN Radio, like I said, it is a happy hour conversation. No matter where it goes, I have no control. I have piles of paper in front of me that I can pull up and say different things we can talk about.
Right.
We talked about one of them.
But this is what everybody else is talking about right now, too. So this is going to be what they're more interested in listening to.
100%.
By the way, what did we talk about last week? Mike Leach?
Yep.
And the reason Gundy.
Yeah.
Or Mike, I'm sorry, I said Leach. Gundy. Mike Gundy. He had to come out and apologize.
He did have to.
Did he?
Yes, he did. Yeah. All right. But we got to go after. We
What
got to go for
did I
that.
say? Slap on the hand, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And you got a slap on the hand?
Yep.
You were right. You called it.
Thank you very much, Quad Cities. Enjoy yourself. Stay safe and stay sanitized.